MFAM Gauntlet at UFC X 2023. We had the best damn crowd in the building last year, and we're about to run it back once again. Team SCUMP versus Team NICKMERCS with the best team in esports in Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome everybody for what is going to be an unbelievable show of Apex Legends and UFC. Go ahead, let's do this. International Fight Week, live at UFC X. We have NICKMERCS and King SCUMP in the house getting ready to compete live across 2 titles, Apex Legends 5 vs 5, as well as UFC 4 for their share of $100,000. And welcome everybody to our stage for the very first time here in Las Vegas, Nevada, with the best crowd in Las Vegas here at UFC X, ready to make some noise, ready to go absolutely crazy for what's going to be an unbelievable show. Fall Lot here, joined alongside the one, the only Clara, for the very first time casting alongside me. How are you feeling? You played last year, now you're casting.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be back in Vegas. We were here last year, not stoked about the weather, but I mean, we're back again, and I'm ready to see who's going to win.
Yeah, listen, she brought the heat last year, gameplay-wise. Literally 6-0'd Team NICKMERCS live on stage.
Oh, yeah.
It was insane. All to lose the entirety of the $100,000 prize pool because Tim couldn't handle his business in UFC.
I still think it's too soon to talk about it. I
still
get mad to this day.
You got your revenge with a slap. That happened.
I got a revenge with a slap, but it wasn't worth all that money.
Too soon. We'll see if we can avoid talking about that. Something tells me I'll continue bringing that up throughout the entirety of the day. But it's going to be an unbelievable day of events. Let's take a look at our fight card for the day. We got none other than 6 games of Apex Legends, Team NICKMERCS versus Team SCUMP, 5 vs 5 team deathmatch. Each game will award you points that go towards a total point tally. Winner of the entirety of the event, if you clean sweep, wins $100,000. We'll talk more about that prize pool in a little bit, but a little bit of a different format this year. Nick is playing alongside his team as opposed to coaching, and he's playing alongside some legends. We'll preview those teams in a little bit. We got the Baka Bros, we got Scumpy, we got Tommy, we got FaZe Zuma, so many more ready to compete live before they go into a 1 vs 1 head-to-head mano-a-mano UFC fight match, all for that beautiful belts. The winner takes home the MFAM Gauntlet belt live on stream, in addition to the $100,000 prize pool, $25K to whoever wins the Apex Legends event, $25K to whichever team wins the UFC event, and $50K to the overall points leader. Very, very sad, but from based on last year's feedback of Clara walking home with $0, they added $25K to the prize pool.
They had to fix that. That was just absolutely unfortunate. So I'm happy that there's a better prize pool and it's going to get split up evenly. So
yeah, Clara was in shambles. I don't blame her for being in shambles after literally dominating. I've never seen a better individual performance, and I've casted hundreds of esports events.
Yeah, no, last year we came out, we showed up, I IGL'd the boys, and we walked away with nothing, all because of Tim the Top Man.
And now the Baka Bros are playing on Team NICKMERCS. Let's go ahead and introduce our team rosters for the very first time so you can see who we're going to have on display. Some heavy hitters in the gaming and esports world. Some former pros, some content creators, some Apex fam, aka Jowo. I'm excited to see Alexia Ray. I know she's been absolutely grinding Apex Legends. We got a pretty insane lineup, and guess what? They had some choice words to say for one another leading into the event. Let's listen.
What's going on, guys? Listen, we got a tall order. Okay, we're going back-to-back this year. We took out Timmy, but now we got the King, man. The King is facing off against the tripod. We got big business. We got to get this shit done. I believe we can do it. Let's go out there and get it done.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's been a long time coming. Me and Nick have been talking about this for quite a bit. It's going to be a good time. Going to go out there, hopefully kick his ass. But we're here to have a good time, and I think we're gonna accomplish that. So it's gonna be great. Super excited.
I'm super excited. I'm on Team NICKMERCS, and I'm with the Baka. So us 3, we're gonna run it up. We're gonna try to, smoke the other team, but we'll do our best.
I think our team member will step up to the plate. I feel like they're going to carry their weight today, hopefully, but we'll see.
I am very excited to get into the competition. I think our team is a lot better, so shout out to Team NICKMERCS. And I'm just excited to get into it and do what I can do and help Team Nick get that W.
So I'm obviously super excited to compete against Nick and all the homies. Hopefully we could take him down in his own game, and then I'm holding that against him like forever.
Finally, after a year, I'm ready to throw down again. Listen, this time, we're going against fans. I'm telling you right now, I'm not taking it easy on anybody. I'm smoking anybody that comes through today.
Now, I'm really excited for the tournament. Obviously, being invited to being a part of this is really big for me. Been watching Nick and all of the MFAM all the way back in Black Ops 2, so to be here is a bit surreal, but I'm really excited for it.
Last year, man, we weren't able to secure it. We did our part, but our team, we couldn't pull it through. But this year, we got Team NICKMERCS on our back. we're looking like an A-star team. So, like, I'm ready to go, man. We're definitely securing this bag, and we're bringing home.
Some choice words indeed from the teammates of these two. We got NICKMERCS and SCUMP in the house. We already know y'all wanted to hear directly from them. First things first, I got to go to the reigning champion of the MFAM Gauntlet. After defeating Tim last year in a pretty embarrassing fashion, you 6-0'd him. This ain't Tim the Tatman, though.
It's not Tim the Tatman. I think Scumpy, listen, he's the king for a reason, but we got a good team up there. All my guys come from MFAM Gauntlet. So everybody knows who these guys are. I think we got a good squad. I think we can go out there and get it done.
And this is Apex Legends. They ain't Call of Duty. You talk about the skill gap and the skill difference between Apex and COD.
Big difference, big difference. But at the end of the day, you're still swinging shit. You know what I mean? You're playing as a team. You're trading your gunfights. He knows how to do that better than most. So it's going to be a tall order, but I think we can get it done.
Scumpy, I'm going to come to you. You think you can beat Nick at his own game that he rose from the bottom to the top as a pro player in?
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to hoist this hardware above my head in about, 3 hours or so. It's going to be a good match. We're going on to his field, but I think we're going to take it.
I loved it. Love that energy. Nick, talk about your roster. Break it down. Who you got in your team and who's going to play what role?
Right. Well, like I said, we got every player on my team is from the Gauntlet. So they've been in the community for a long time. Hector, Biffle. I mean, Biffle is one of the greatest players playing the games right now. I mean, we're just going to put an SMG in his hand and get him swinging. And if we can get him hot, I think we all play around him, and we'll be all right.
Playing around Diaz, Biffle. Also got FaZe Zuma on his squad. Meanwhile, Gunnies on your end. Talk about your roster. Break it down for me.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be straight out honest with you guys. We didn't talk strategy at all. I mean, we're coming in. We're gonna come in. We're gonna wing it. But we got Tommy from Warzone. We got Joe from Warzone. We got Alexia Ray, and then we got obviously the winner of the 1v1 yesterday, Miguel. And apparently Miguel's been up there shooting a little bit. So hopefully he's giving us a little bit up there, but it's gonna be good.
He's got faith in the MFAM hopeful Miguel, aka Slicks, who earned his spot on that stage by competing yesterday. Well, look, boys, y'all can lock it up. Y'all can get ready to go. Shake hands if you'd like. And let's get ready for some gameplay. Make some noise in the crowd one more time if you're excited and looking forward to MFAM Gauntlet 2023. I got my girl Clara on the desk. Clara, break down the rules for me. How's it all going to work today? Y'all are fucking going.
We have 6 rounds here. Each game has a different rule set and challenge. So game 1, we have no restrictions, no rules on that one, just normal, everyday team deathmatch. Game 2, we have pre-selected legends only. So the only legends that they can play is Pathfinder, Mirage, Octane, Mad Maggie, and Lifeline. I'm loving the Lifeline. Really excited for the representation there. Game 3, we have no care packages. So the special drops that come in through game, they can't pick those up. No Lifeline packs, none of that. Game 4, we have limited loadout. Each will have their own assigned loadout, and that's the only loadout they can run for the rest of the game. Game 5, we have no healing, no shields. And Game 6, we're back to normal set of game, no rules, but we'll have double points there.
Default rules in Game 6 to close it all out. And again, I'm just going to keep saying it. Y'all handled logistics so badly last year that the other team, Team NICKMERCS, stopped following the rule set. Y'all were using P2020s and won that round, I believe, right?
Yeah, no, there was so many rules we had last year, and, Team Nick didn't follow them. But we stuck true. We stayed to the rules. We played P20, Mozambique, and we still smoked them. They even had Snipe down on their team at some point, and they just didn't stand a chance.
That's right. Hopefully some more compliant players on this stage this time around. But yeah, each game comes with different rules, as you just saw on screen. And guess what? Every single game will be certainly fun to watch. That is for sure. I cannot wait for what is going to be an unbelievable day of action. But guess what? It's not possible without our partners. And a big shout out and thank you to 1v1me. You can start making money while watching matches yourselves. It's not just these players who will be making money live on stage. You can as well. Use 1v1me.com and stake on esports events just like this one, including this one. There's the running stake for SCUMP right now is not looking too great, but if you vote on Team SCUMP and win, you can make yourself a pretty penny. Download the app or go to 1v1me.com and use code MFAM when you sign up for a free $10 stake. You get to start with $10. You could stake on this event or other esports events into the future. But I'm just excited, Clara, and I gotta ask you, let's go right into that. Your predictions, who do you think's gonna win this one?
I mean, Bacchus, my boys. I'm Team Nick. Those are my boys. I saw them dominate last year. I was standing behind them, coaching them this year, so.
Love it.
I'm going for Team Nick.
Staying loyal to her crew, but guess what? Game number 1 is here, baby. MFAM Gauntlet 2023 is upon us, and we're kicking things off on Team Deathmatch, Team NICKMERCS versus Team SCUMP, featuring the who's who in esports and competitive gaming. We got the Call of Duty boys coming through, FaZe Zuma, Tommy, Scumpy. Well, guess what? We're gonna kick things off with NICKMERCS to start. Nick currently sitting high ground, repping the G7 Scout and car. She likes to use the G7, whether it's that or the 30-30 Peter. Likes to play more of a sit back for his team, support his team, long-range fire, as of course he does have some absolute fraggers on his squad. Running Mad Maggie though, so I'm surprised he's not running a shotgun, Clara.
Yeah, Nick's got to sit here and pop a bat. Hopefully he doesn't take too much damage. It looks like he has a teammate that's holding his back right here. Really, what I told the boys for this round is just find the momentum, get some kills, and just stomp on it. That's what I told them.
Okay, Nick with a quick 1v against Tommy. The crowd reacts to that one. Great shots from Nick. Connects for about 120 damage in 3 seconds with the G7 Scout. And is going to drop and actually forces his opponent to come out of cover with the Mad Maggie Q. Swings wide right. His teammate finishes the kill. It's going to be Hectorini, a.k.a. Repulse, showing he can play.
Oh! Looks like Nick's going to have to win this 1v1 right here with this crate. Shots not fully connecting right here. Maybe he's sweating a little bit. Maybe he's a little nervous. You think he's nervous?
I don't know. He swung that corner with full confidence in my eyes. I love what I saw right there from Nick.
No shield.
No shields as well. And stayed alive. Got his health back. Pops the shield back. Comes right back into the action here. Finds an Octane in front of him and beams with the Digi threat on display with the car. Great shots from Nick. And that's a nice little wombo combo. Bangalore smoke with the car and the Digi threat and the Q coming through from Mad Maggie. And Nick's going to almost one clip his Octane right in front of him. Needs to finish the kill, and he will.
Not Joe-Wo. He can't do that to Joe-Wo like that.
Oh, no shot. No shot! NICKMERCS with 10 HP in a dream embarrasses Tommy, and he's on an absolute roll. I gotta tell you, NICKMERCS on land playing Apex Legends. This is fun to see.
Yeah, he's not messing around. He came to show up.
Still alive and counting, I believe. I got so excited I stood up, so I missed a little bit of that. I hope he didn't die. We're going to jump aboard Diaz Biffle. Nick had a lot of great things to say about Diaz Biffle. He's one of the greatest controller players in all of esports and gaming, whether it's COD or Halo or Apex. You played alongside him. Talking about Diaz Biffle and the impact he makes on his team.
Biffle is one of those guys that can pick up any game and absolutely just dominate. It doesn't matter what game it is. If he can plug in that controller, he's winning. So I'm excited. I know he'll come out and show out and get some 1 clips.
That's right. Tommy with a nice use of the Nemesis right there. It's going to be Joe-Wo who finishes up the kill. That gets taken out right after. That's 3 deaths already for Tommy. Nick, I believe, has not died yet. 5 kills, 1.2k damage for Nick. Competing and swings wide left. Look at the angles. Hits for 169. And he's going to let his teammate finish up. Nick is on fire right now, Clara. 15-12 is the score. So despite what we've seen from Nick playing near perfect to kick things off, the game is closer than it should be, which means someone, I'm not sure who, on Team SCUMP is going absolutely massive. Someone tells me it might be Tommy who's done the damage. Maybe SCUMP himself was seen playing Apex, streaming Apex a couple months ago. We know he's put the work in Apex Legends, at least here and there. Nick swinging wide left, using the Nemesis, which is insanely strong right now, break shield, and now they're going to fly.
I do think this round that the boys on Team Nick have a very aggressive loadout, and I'm really hoping that this round they're just going to get in their face and just 1 clip them all.
That's right.
They've all got the controllers in hand, so they just got to use the Nemesis to their advantage.
Actually, on that point, I think every single person on stage is playing with controller right now, so no MNK necessarily, which makes sense. A lot of these players come from Call of Duty, longtime controller players, and actually, it looks like Team Nick here going to be kind of backed into this corner. They chased that kill on SCUMP, and SCUMP actually kind of baited them, but as I say that, though, he gets taken out. 1.1k damage for SCUMP. Joe-Wo gets eliminated as well, and just like that, 2 kills picked up for Team Nick. Diaz Biffle going to grab both of them. And Nick finally goes down. So that was actually a pretty good trade right there for Team SCUMP. They were down by 3 or 4 kills. SCUMP baited them into this side of the map, the apartment side of the map, and ended up trading out kills in their advantage. Now score 16-17 in favor of Team NICKMERCS. I think this is indicative of how evenly balanced these teams are. Unlike last year, Clara, I think we might have a better match on our hands.
Yeah, I really wasn't expecting such a close matchup on round 1, but I mean, wow, they're really just going for it. They don't really seem like they have a game plan too much, but they're just sending it.
That's right. Joe-Wo, Warzone streamer, but kicked things off and grew tremendously streaming Apex when it first came out. On board with him right now. His mom's in attendance. Going to get a nice first kill on Zuma. Zuma gets eliminated, but Joe follows right after. 20-18 is the score. Team Nick still with the lead. Nice use of the Mastiff. My Mastiff never hits like that, but he's going to connect for a straight kill.
Yeah. Yeah, anytime I shoot the Mastiff, it's 7, 9, random numbers.
The infamous 11.
Yeah. The numbers you don't even think the gun could hit for, that's what mine hits for.
Oh, baby. Oh, no, I thought he was going to grab the PK. Someone maybe snatched it. And for those that don't know, the PK was actually... Oh, Nick's going to get swung by 3. Oh, manages to get 1. Pulls out the RE. Gets an elimination before getting taken out himself. Nice teamwork, though, from Team SCUMP. Now it's going to be Diaz Biffle. L-Star in hand, which recently got buffed, and he's not missing, but his get taken out right after. And as a result, it's 23 apiece. Jordan number for both teams. This is insane, Clara.
Fallout, what do you think? Who do you think has this round?
Honestly, the way things are going right now, SCUMP takes the lead for the very first time, but Team Nick just seems to be outplaying them overall in the grand scheme of things. This has been a nice little turn of events for Team SCUMP, but I think Team Nick has this one. But look at Miguel. This is Slicks. He earned this spot by competing yesterday live against, 100, 200 people. Earned the spot, and he's sitting with a 1.7k damage and 5 kills. He's going huge.
Yeah, no, I think he's going to be the shine of today's tournament.
That's right. I hope so. It'd be a great story. He was nervous as all hell, I'll tell you that much. I was in the backstage with him doing some warm-up exercises, trying to get him a little confident, trying to get him excited. I told him, look, we've all been here before. Your first LAN, your first time playing on main stage. He said, Fallout, I'm nervous. What do I do? And look, he's still performing in an incredible way. Built different is Slicks, a.k.a. Miguel.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, last year I was beyond nervous myself. I was shaking trying to hold. Last year I played on mouse and keyboard.
Oh my God, you're nuts.
And yeah, once I got in the game and I started yelling at the boys, yelling them, all those nerves went away and I was just locked into the game.
Love it. Exactly what I told Miguel. Get on that stage, get locked in, get focused. Meanwhile, Zuma runs through a thermite grenade, going to be ticking. And here comes the push. And again, this is a little bit of a bait here. SCUMP did the same thing earlier, and all of Team Nick flew and ended up losing the trade. This time, though, a little bit of a different story. Joe Woe is going to get one, though, over Zuma. And it's SCUMP that's going to be ascending upon this squad. And Team Nick that's trying to bait them in. Nick gets a kill to start against Tommy. Lucky Chamu takes out Alexia. And a good trade right now so far in terms of Team Nick. They have the numbers advantage, Clara.
I do see Alexia running the rampart, and she really wants to get that Sheila kill, so hopefully she can get one kill off from there.
Nick leading the way with 2.4k in damage, but Diaz Biffle not too far behind. Zuma's going to get a pickup on the Bum O'Clock. I don't know who that is, but I love the gamer tag. Used to the R301, R3 and P20. Interesting choice of loadout here for Hector, but he's rolling with it. He loves himself. Some people are just R301 stands. You know, Clara, how about you?
You know, they nerfed the R301, but I still love it. You know, nobody picks it up anymore, but if I'm just going around, running around pubs, I'll still pick it up for old time's sake.
It just feels good. They literally came out with a Nemesis to try to get people to stop using the R301. It hasn't necessarily worked, although Nemesis, actually maybe it has worked. Everyone uses the Nemesis instead. It's insanely strong. Nice use of the SFG, and almost a one clip with the Prowler for young Diaz Biffle. He gets taken out right after. 32-31, this one stays close.
Gonna get that kill right there.
I smelled a one clip as well. Lucky Chamu goes down, and one thing I want to quickly say, I actually didn't even realize it until Nick said it on stage. Everyone playing on Nick's team on that stage comes from the MFAM Gauntlet, and it's a crazy story. The Baka Bros, who are now household names in Call of Duty, big streamers, great personalities, and great people, by the way. They were just members of Nick's community. They started dominating MFAM Gauntlet events, made a name for themselves, and now they're superstars in the Call of Duty world in a big way. So it's a crazy story, and I love the fact that Nick's playing with all his MFAM Gauntlet people.
Yeah, absolutely inspirational story. I really love the Baka Bros a lot. They're just really great, genuine people.
As genuine as it gets. The boys from Texas. On board now with SCUMP. Tommy goes down. Nice scan. Going to come through. He's going to get some intel. Use the Havoc. So many different loadouts here. A wider range and diversity of weapons on display. Nemesis going to connect for a few, and Noctane's going to send it.
I still can't believe how close the score is right now. We're at 35-36. Actually, we're tied now. 36-36. Nick has to get this kill right here.
Yeah, and look at the trade. I like that. It was a trade out coming through. Nick did the first damage. Diaz Biffle finished. A bait and switch. And these guys act like they've been playing together forever with the teamwork, but they're just natural gamers. They know what it takes. And the teamwork is looking fantastic right now for Nick and the Baka Bros, and they go on a 3-kill swing. They were down by 1. Now they're up by 2.
Yeah, the way they keep covering one another, holding for each other, that's perfect. If they can just keep that going, they'll get their momentum.
Woo! The tracking from Diaz Biffle with the Prowler, by the way, made it look like he was using a long-range R301 or something, or a Hemlock, sorry. Instead connects with the Prowler long range. The damage is insane, and Nick said we're going to play around Diaz Biffle. He currently has 11 kills, make it 12, takes out Joe once again, and Team Nick, like I told you, as my prediction to win this, is now swinging this late game in their favor.
Looks like Alexia got that Sheila kill that I was talking about earlier.
Using the Rampart. This isn't a bad pick, to be completely honest with you, in TDM.
She's holding it down up top.
Yeah, that's right.
Nick keeps trying to peek her, and he just keeps taking a lot of damage right now.
That's what happens. Oh, Joe comes out of nowhere with the PK. That's right. And this might be a swing for Team SCUMP, but Lucky Chamu says no. Shuts down Joe. Thou shall not pass. Connects for one, turns, tries to get the second. Oh my gosh! Lucky Chamu is a monster! That was the moment, Claire, you felt could be the swing for Team SCUMP to bring them back into this, but Lucky Chamu said no. Nick says, enough of this Sheila madness, flies at Alexia Ray, who's running away with her tail between her legs right now. Nick trying to get the kill. Oh boy. There it is. Starts
Team
charging.
Nick only needs 2 more points to win this.
It's a 4-kill lead. There's one. That's Wraith. Gets caught in a bad spot. 1 more kill is all that's needed. Diaz Biffle's gonna get it! And Team NICKMERCS, they stand up, they pop off, and start waving across the stage. Zuma with the Call of Duty-esque trash talk. And just like that, Team NICKMERCS, your winners of game number 1. Claire, talk to me about how they did it. What'd you see from Team NICKMERCS that made the difference right there in TDM?
I really think that playing off of one another, holding each other while they're healing and making sure that one another is watching their angles and everything, I think that's really what did it for them. They were playing as a unit.
Yeah, I completely agree. Again, it looked like they've been teammates for a long time. It looked like maybe it was Gent and the boys and Deeds up there, but instead it was the Baka Bros still bait and switching, still holding each other's angles, still being able to heal and watch their backs, just like you said, and it made the difference here. And this is where you see Nick on screen right now. I don't know if this, okay, I thought this was like a replay of the pop-off moment, but no, it's just him getting locked in. It's him getting focused. And you see SCUMP, nothing but smiles and laughs. And I don't blame him. Their team still played really, really well and showed that they're contending.
For game 1. Phenomenal. Way better than I expected, I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm really happy to see how the rest of the games play out, and I think it's going to be a lot closer than I thought.
That's right. And you'll see the bottom here, the scoreboard. So each game awards points. There's a total point score after all of the games. Well, guess what? Game number 1, it was Team NICKMERCS, but it wasn't easy, Claire. Walk me through the highlights here and what you saw.
Right here, we watched Diaz almost get the 1 clip off, but he is still beaming. I knew the minute that he got warmed up, he'd be in there just doing big damage. These Prowler shots through the air, absolutely insane.
That's right. That was the moment using the Prowler as effective as the Hemlock long range, it looked like. And this is exactly what you said. Great use of teamwork. This is the moment with Lucky Chamu. 105 damage. He only had 40 of 50 HP. Went absolutely insane. The crowd reacted to that one. And this is the final kill. The final moment. Who is it? None other than Diaz Biffle. You see Nick getting up and getting hyped. I got to tell you, man, we've seen a lot of Nick playing Apex Legends online, in Pro League. Everyone said he wouldn't be able to get to Predator on his own. He did. Everyone said he wouldn't become an ALGS Pro. He became one, made it to Pro League. The one thing we have not seen a lot of Nick of is Nick on LAN in Apex Legends, and it's pretty fun to see him here. And that's where he thrives. I've seen him compete on LAN across Gears of War, Halo, Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, Apex Legends, maybe the next game. I hope we have a chance to see Nick on LAN at some point soon.
I think so. I think we have the LCQ coming up pretty soon for Apex, so it'll be really good to see if we get the tripods up there.
That's right. LCQ's coming up, by the way, for any Apex Legends fans watching right now. I'm excited to see who will perform in those LCQs. Of course, ALGS London is this upcoming weekend. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch, but I know you got your man, Zach Mazer, playing with Naughty, reunited as a team. You excited to see what they can do?
Oh, yeah. They've been scrimming, and they're looking really good, really scary.
Love it. The duo is back. And as she was telling me, I was like, where's Zach? Usually he comes to these things. Last year he attended, right?
Yeah, he's like, I can't come. If Naughty wants to scrim, I'm scrimming. They stayed home. I'm like, all right, I'm going to Vegas.
Adorable. The bromance. Yeah, meanwhile, we've been having some fun in Vegas. Or maybe not having some fun. She went to bed at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. night number 1.
Listen, I had surgery 3 weeks ago. I've got to take it easy. So this is my grandma Vegas trip. But next year,
we're going in. We're coming back, and we're going in. I want my boy Zach here as well, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, me and him, listen, I know him and Naughty have a little bromance going on, but me and Zach got a little something going on, too. No, I'm just kidding. You better watch out. Hopefully next year we'll have a chance to run it back, but I don't blame you one bit. That's the only valid excuse I'd give you. Meanwhile, I flew all the way from Greece to be here and was jet-lagged out of my mind, so I went to bed at 7 p.m. last night, so again, can't blame you one bit. But there's a lot to do here, a lot to see. We're going to be attending the UFC fight tonight. I cannot wait to see Volkanovski again. We saw him last year compete against Max Holloway. He's going to be on display. We have 2 co-main cards. We have an insane fight card tonight. Make sure to check out the UFC fight from home, or if you're live in Las Vegas, head to UFCX. Get here. This crowd's been insane so far. Crowd, how you enjoying yourself? Some Apex Legends gameplay. Y'all having a good time?
All right, I'm not going to lie. That was a little weak. I need you guys to be a little bit louder.
One more time. UFCX, how we doing? Are you enjoying it?
There we go. That was better.
That's the energy. Last year, we had people coming over and like, what is Apex Legends? What are video games? It was the loudest venue and the loudest part of the entire experience, and we're making sure to run it back one more time this time around. It's been a ton of fun here live from UFCX. And, Clara, competing on main stage, it was your first time last year playing on LAN, right? How was the experience?
My first time on LAN, I was beyond nervous, but like I said, once I locked in, I was just fully locked in. And the boys always bring up how I was just not holding back, and I was just screaming at them. I was letting them out. I was like, you push here, you push there, and they just listened, and it was amazing.
Led the team to success. Is this a listen-in right now? Do I hear them? I wish for a second there, I thought we were going to be able to do a listen-in, hear the comms, the strategy. But look, game 2 is just around the corner. We had to change some settings up. And for those that don't know, we're actually going to be changing the map up here in game number 2. So every single game has different rules. We'll walk through the rule set for game number 2. Claire, I know you got it in front of you here. What's the rule set going to look like for game number 2?
Yeah, so game 2 is going to be on the map Habitat, and we will have pre-selected legends only. So the only legends they'll be able to play is Pathfinder, Mirage, Octane, Mad Maggie, and Lifeline.
There you go. We're going to see some absolutely savage swinging pathies flying around with the grapple. And Nick was already running on Mad Maggie. We're going to see Mirage, which we probably wouldn't have seen otherwise in TDM, so it's going to be fun to see Mirage as well.
Yeah, no, Mirage always gets me, so I'm no shame.
You're weak for Mirage?
What happened?
You're weak for Mirage? It's like that? Mirage is your guy?
Every time he pops his ultimate, I'm like...
Oh, you mean in game? Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
which one is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I got to say, Mirage and Lifeline, I think both take a little bit of a nerf in TDM because both of their greatest attributes are their revives, the ability to revive while cloaked for Mirage, the ability to swing a revive, and obviously no revives happening in TDM.
Yeah, I think Lifeline, though, does have an advantage because she does have her ultimate, so they can get better armors out of their batteries, and it'll be more useful to have that better armor for them.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, and of course, except for game number 4, where you can't, or 3, no care packages in game 3, but
game 3,
no care packages will be allowed. That's one of the rule sets. Thoughts on these individual rosters, though? I know you've had a chance to stream some Warzone yourself. You probably know a lot of these players pretty well. Who do you think has the kind of upper hand in terms of rosters? And break down some of these players for me.
I mean, we have so many good players, so many legends here. We have SCUMP, SCUMP on the stage. We have Joe, the movement god. We have Tommy as well. The one that I always keep my eye on is Biffle. Biffle's always the one that just blows my mind.
That's right. Yeah, Team SCUMP full of a bunch of legends. Everyone's obviously watched SCUMP throughout his entire Call of Duty career, staying on top. They call him the king for a reason. Top player for Optic his entirety of his career, playing alongside some other CDL legends, Tommy and the like. Speaking of CDL legends, FaZe Zuma, host of On the Flank. He, of course, has competed in Call of Duty for many, many years, played at the top level. Nick, multiple games, multiple championships, started with Gears of War in the MLG days back in 2007 to 2009, went to Call of Duty, went to Fortnite, has managed to make his way to the top across 3-4 different games. And then, of course, the Baka Bros. So much fun to watch. Diaz Biffle, so incredibly talented. Doesn't matter what FPS he's playing, this man is locked in and loaded. But look, Lucky Chamu showed he could shoot as well that last game. That was an insane clip.
Oh yeah, it looks like he found his love for the Prowler, which is absolutely insane weapon right now. So I do want to talk about Slicks for a minute, though. He was looking really sturdy, so yep. I do think he'll be the shining star of this tournament.
I can agree with that. Honestly, if there's one X factor here that can turn the tide, I think Team Nick is obviously pretty damn strong. But Slicks is the X factor. A big question mark on this young man who qualified, was just a fan attending the event, had no idea he'd have a chance to play on main stage. If he can turn up like we didn't see him do in game number 1, he can make the difference. He can swing this team in their favor. I take it back. Is Alexia playing on mouse and keyboard?
Yeah, she's the only one on mouse and keyboard.
Holding it down. Alexia on MNK. That's Slicks, a.k.a. Miguel, on the far right of your stream right there and of your screen. Excited to see what he can do going into game number 2, which again, walk us through the rules in case someone missed it. What are the rules again for game number 2?
Rules for game 2 are pre-selected legends only. We got Pathfinder, Mirage, Octane, Mad Maggie, and Lifeline.
That's it. It'll be interesting to see who's going to play what character. Something tells me Nick will stay on Mad Maggie. And the fact that we'll see Octane, obviously Joe played Octane last game. So I think these players are going to be very, very familiar. On the right side of your screen right there, it's actually going to be a little different from last year. Last year they played from their stations, Nick and Tim. But for UFC, they're both going to be stand-up fighting, except in the video game, not actual stand-up boxing. I wish they were actually stand-up boxing. I'm not going to lie, when I first got asked to do this event last year, I thought Nick and Tim were going to be in the octagon fighting, and I got all types of excited, but no, it'll be in the UFC game. But guess what? Game number 2 is here, Las Vegas. UFCX, make some noise as we get ready for game number 2. Team NICKMERCS versus the King, Team SCUMP. Who will end up on top? Can SCUMP bring it back and tie this up at 100 points apiece or 1-1? Or will Nick continue to run with it? We'll find out. Kicking off game number 2. This is going to be, I don't even know, I know the maps obviously very well, but I forgot the name of the map. This is the map of the jungle map. That's what I call
map
it.
Habitat.
Habitat, you got it in front of you. That's clutch. It's going to be on Habitat. They're both going to play for waterfall side, it looks like. That's kind of the power position you want to hold. It's a little bit of the high ground. And here comes the swing. Here comes the push. Scump on Pathfinder. Here comes wide left swing.
Oh my gosh!
A near one clip. Connects on Diaz Biffle. That's a good player to take out first. And he's going to fly.
Oh, he grappled him! Can he take him out, though?
It's okay. Joe's going to do it instead. And Scump
Taking
connects.
out Nick!
That's massive. The kill over Nick. And just like that, a 5-0 sweep for Team Scump. What a way to start.
I do think that these legends are more aggressive legends, so if they're picking up their momentum, they just need to send it.
Oh no. Oh, is he talking shit? He's talking shit. He's talking. I thought he
Gotta
was
get
saying.
the in-game banner going.
And the crowd loves to see that one. I thought he was saying he had a technical difficulty. We had to restart. I got scared, but no, he's actually just talking shit across the stage. I love it.
Looks like Nick's gonna take out Tommy right there. Scump's going in
way.
for another one clip. Woo! Oh my gosh.
This man's insane. He's literally grappling at people's faces. But as I say that, Scump picked the wrong character, or someone picked the wrong character. I don't know who it is, so it is going to be a restart. That is tragic. Unless that Nick's team was aware and maybe wasn't playing 100%. I don't know what happened, but that was a great start for Team for Team Scump, and we're going to have to restart. Are they talking shit back? They're talking shit back.
Yo, that's insane, bro. That's insane. That's a 5-kill lead.
I gotta say though, I was really impressed with Scump on Pathfinder.
I didn't know we were playing.
Yeah, I don't know if the player with the least amount of experience in Apex Legends will be playing one of the more mechanically required characters
With
in
the
Apex
refrigerator
Legends.
hitbox.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. So maybe we'll see Scump go off of Path. I got it in my ear from my producer that it was Scump that picked the wrong character, but we'll see if he stays on Pathfinder or not. Given his use of choice with flying at people with the grapple, 3 people at a time, I'm not sure if it's the right character for him, but we'll find out. Maybe I'm wrong. Who do you think should play Path on that team? I mean, Joe has the most amount of Apex experience, maybe Alexia as well. Who do you think should be on Path?
Honestly, I would probably say Slicks.
Yeah?
He does have the most experience with Apex, and he'd probably have more experience with Pathfinder.
That's right. You got Yuli behind Nick. Y'all know Yuli is member of Nick's staff, all things technology, the CTO for NICKMERCS. But people might not know, man, this guy was a gamer, still is a gamer, but was an absolute shooter. Played for Frag D or Frag Dominant in Gears of War, was a top player back in the MLG days. That's how Nick knows Yuli, and then of course moved into the role supporting NICKMERCS as part of supporting staff alongside Ginge. Alberto, big shout out to Alberto, Ginge, and Flick, the entire crew that's always supporting Nick. Every single mod in the MFAM community, thank you so much for all the support as we get ready here to load back in to game number 2.
I love that we saw that face cam of Scump with a big smirk on his face. You know, he's got to be feeling really good about those shots that he was hitting right there.
That's right. I love that. I think I saw Tommy with his hand up with a number 5 saying, "We 5-0'd you off the sweep. Don't forget about that." The trash talk's coming in.
They're coming back.
That's right. Which is exactly what I'd expect, right? We got a bunch of Call of Duty players on screen. Call of Duty, yeah, some decent trash talk. But you ever heard of the game Gears of War? Ever seen those Gears trash talk videos? If you haven't, check them out. Nick comes from Gears, which is quite literally the most insane amount of trash talk I've ever seen in my life. So we got a little battle of the OGs. Gears champ, NICKMERCS on the Insanes, won the MLG National Championship in 2009. Scumpy, multinational championship for Call of Duty and Optic Gaming. It's going to be a fun battle between these two titans.
Yeah, I'm excited to get game 2 started, and I want to see who's going to play who.
That's right. And we'll find out who plays what legend. Looks like gameplay. You see it right there on screen. Should be loading up, and we'll be jumping in to game number 2 momentarily. Who's going to play, like Clara said. I'm excited to see who's going to play what legend as well. You're taking a look at Team NICKMERCS right now from left to right. You got FaZe Zuma, Repulse, Lucky Chamu, Diaz Biffle, The Gunny, and NICKMERCS. And that's actually a smart call. Put Diaz, the quietest player, next to the loudest player.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think last year I was coming in through all of their mics because I was screaming so loud.
I do recall. You were coming in through my mic as well, the live production feed. Meanwhile, Team Scump, far right, you might be saying, who's that? Well, that's Slicks, a.k.a. Miguel. He was a fan selected from the crowd after winning yesterday in the competition against these pros. Had to win a 1v1. Then you got Tommy, Alexia Ray, Joe Woe, and of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Scump of Optic Gaming. Looks like gameplay starting here, and we're jumping right back in to game number 2. Make some noise in the crowd. Give them your energy. They need it. As we're looking to see if Scump can repeat with their success from last game with a 5-0 sweep. You think they can do it?
I think they're warmed up. I think they're ready. After one clipping like that, Scump's just got to go in and do the same thing again.
And Scump staying on Pathfinder, so we'll see some more Tarzan play, some wild grapples through the jungle here for Scump. This time playing wide left instead of just flying through the middle of the map, and he's going to get shut down. They say sit down. Nick gets the first kill on Jowo. Scump runs right through the Mad Maggie Q, and we'll reset. Tommy goes down, and this time Team Nick on fire. 3-0, make it the clean sweep.
I do love this year that we do have the captains playing with their team, like seeing Nick play with his team and Scump playing with theirs.
Yep. Yeah,
I think it just adds that extra level that we needed.
Something tells me last year maybe it was because Tim, the Tim difference. Tim doesn't play a whole lot of Apex Legends, so like let's try and make this even. Whereas Nick was obviously a aspiring pro at the time and did go pro the season after. But yeah, I completely agree. Last year they were coaches, now they get to play. Lucky Chamu takes out Tommy. 6-1 sweep right now in favor of NICKMERCS, so the reset certainly didn't help Team Scump.
Looks like Nick is loving his Nemesis. That Nemesis, I'll tell you, is insanely OP.
Yeah, I wonder if Scump has that intel. Does he know that the Nemesis is just ridiculously OP right now or not? He tries to push up, gets taken out. And this is what I mentioned after the game, during game one, or during the first time we ran this map. This position right here, this jungle is a power position. You got high ground, you got angles for each other. If a team is set up on high side of the map, you do not want to push it. You want to basically just kind of camp, stay on the other side of the map and force them into your fire.
Absolutely, I completely agree with that.
These guys come from Call of Duty. They know a thing or two about camping. I'm just trolling. Respect and love for Call of Duty players worldwide. Shout out to Nick, gets a kill on Tommy, one of the Call of Duty greats from the UK. 10-year Call of Duty pro. Diaz Biffle swings wide right, gets the kill on the bum o'clock.
Oh!
And gets the double right after on Jowo. 12-2 is the score. Team Nick running away with this.
Yeah, Biffle's on fire. He has probably the best loadout right now, which is the R99 and the Prowler. He really just has to get in their face and just be insanely aggressive with that loadout. You can't really run, you can't be too passive with that loadout, so I think we'll see more aggression from Biffle this round.
Yeah, that's a great point. Nick gets himself in a bad spot though. Oh my goodness, almost turns and gets one, but instead he gets taken out. Getting a little confidence, Team Nick. That might be just giving a chance, a glimmer of hope for Team Scump to get back into it. Jowo pushing wide right with the flat line. Connects for some good damage. Lucky Chamu takes out Scump at the top right of your screen. And it looks like they'll reset. So as things slow down here, I got to agree with you, Clara. I had a chance to play in a TDM tournament at the Kansas City Pioneers Midwest Fest just a couple weekends ago. I played with Snipe Down and our boy Steffi. And the team that won, well, it was a 13 or 11-year-old. Yeah, 11-year-old Lil Frederson.
I ran into him.
You did?
He's killed me in ranked. He's insane.
He's actually nuts.
And afterwards, they posted a video on Twitter about it, and I watched it. I was like, oh my God, I just got worked. I actually got worked, and I told Zach about it. He goes, oh yeah, that kid's worked me too.
he's the truth, man. I'm glad we had a LAN. That's why you need LANs in Apex and in esports, to give kids like that a chance to prove themselves. But the way that they won his squad, he was playing alongside Bosky and Jabberwocky, is by playing all SMG comps, just like Diaz Biffle's running. Prowler R99. Being able to get close and personal is everything for controller players, and that's why you see Diaz Biffle running the double SMG. Jowo turns, gets taken out right after. Team Nick running away with this. 8 kills right now for Team Scump. 18 for Team Nick as we jump on board with Papa Zuma, a.k.a. Tommy. FaZe Zuma's very own. It's going to be all Team Nick in the kill feed. Tommy goes down, Alexia Ray goes down, and the bum o'clock, a.k.a. Slicks, goes down to Diaz Biffle. 20-9 is the score. And Claire, in your eyes, what's Team Nick doing a good job of right now? What is it that's making the difference for them?
I think they're really just playing together, and every time we pan to Nick, it looks like he is IGLing the team. Look here, focus this, and that really just makes all the difference.
That's a great point. Obviously, a lot of people follow the Apex Legends scene, are aware the switch for his team, the tripods from Gent IGLing to Nick IGLing, paid some good dividends for them. So Nick's been kind of fulfilling that IGL role, and obviously that's going to translate here to this TDM tournament, leading his squad to success. Diaz Biffle just gets to focus on shooting his gun, and let me tell you, he's shooting it well. Going to be a kill on Scump right here. Diaz gets the double. Zuma gets another on Alexia Ray, almost turns and one clips, but gets taken out right after. $25-12 is the score right now. Hectorini, a.k.a. Repulse, got spouts one, hiding in a bush. Jowo was praying he wouldn't be seen. Hector spots him out, gets another one. 26.
I was wondering if he was going to notice him. He was kind of hiding there really well.
You just be honest. You noticed him?
I noticed him,
you got
yeah.
the eyes.
Yeah, I got the eyes.
Legends. That's called experience.
Once you play this game for a long time, you start to notice little differences.
You see those things. Well, guess what? I did get confirmation. Some good news. We got listen-ins available. Y'all want a little listen-in with Team NICKMERCS or what? Let's jump into our very first listen-in of the broadcast with Team Nick.
Keep it up, bro. Bro, we're frying right now. We're frying.
We got top control. 3 of us are top right now. If we want to reset it real quick. Just on me, what the heck? That's fine. Behind, Biff. Nice, good try.
Come on, me.
Close to me. Octane. 20.
One shot down behind us. Another one back here.
One shot behind us. 20.
Can I help you?
I'm dead.
Oh my God, there's one behind us. Oh! Wait, D, I can get this. I'm dead.
Okay, on you or no?
Yeah, look over me. They're above this mountain here. On me.
I'm coming lucky. Hey, I got him weak. Oh, I got traded out. Pathfinder's out.
There's red mask.
Flash.
He's dropping away.
Got it.
No one, Hector.
Oh, another one. Close right.
I spawned on you, Nick.
He's here, baby. He's here. Nice.
Got him.
Two up top of the hill. Two up top of the hill.
Me, Nick, and D are coming in from the left side. The first side we spawned on.
You were getting
I got him.
I mean, look up right.
On Nick.
Right here.
What do we crash?
One shot. Got him.
Nice.
Okay.
Boys, we're chilling.
Yeah, we're good.
Pathfinder down here. Middle.
All right, here. Make him jump up.
Yeah. Make him come to us.
Yeah, we don't gotta do nothing, bro.
Hey, they spawn behind, man. Just play cave the whole time.
I'm down. They're far, like middle. They're trying to hit snipes.
Close, Scumpy.
Close to me.
One.
I'm with you. Nice.
Other one.
Holy shit.
Oh,
shit!
One shot, Nick.
Oh, no, what's that?
Down, got you.
Behind me, bro, behind me.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Swing it.
Dead. 3 dead.
Nice.
No one here. He's weak a little bit.
Oh my God.
No.
Fucking shit, bro.
Oh my God.
That shit.
These guys are terrible.
Oh, Nick. There's 10.
Got me. DD, turn around.
Yep.
Oh!
Sorry.
There you have it. Listening complete. A little bit of trash talk, but they're moving and grooving. I like the fact that even though they're up by about 20 kills, they're still calming like it's a close game. They're taking this serious.
The comms are absolutely clean, and I will say the team dynamic here is incredible. I think what SCUMP's team really needs to work on is completely staying together. It looks like they're sending Nick's team one by one and just giving them free kills.
Yeah, that's a big difference. And you saw them, do that. The times they did push as a team, try to take control, they started swinging a little bit in their favor, and they started bringing it back. But I think the deficit is just too strong at this point. Obviously, this game is pretty much done and dusted, but I completely agree. The secret to success, push as a team, find your numbers, get one pick, and then you have a 5v4. Get another pick, even if you lose one, you have a 4v3. Take your numbers at that point. A topic that Call of Duty players are very familiar with, trading your life. That's exactly what Team SCUMP would need to do in this situation, but it's too little too late. 48-29 is the score. Two more kills. All that's needed right now for Diaz, Biffle, and the boys. Team Nick trying to close this one out, but nice little turn of events here. SCUMP, Joe get 2 at least. Zuma says, no, time to shut this out. He gets 1. Can he get the second? Final kill of the game. He's going to be picked up by Diaz, Biffle once again. And Team NICKMERCS wins 2. Zuma gets up and lets them know with the trash talk as well. And just like that, Team NICKMERCS 200-0 in points, 2-0 in games.
I love that they instantly looked over at them like, what's going on? You guys playing the game?
Don't even look at him.
A little shot of our crowd here, live action shot of the crowd in Las Vegas enjoying themselves. Nick on top. The hype man himself. And Team Nick with a 2-0 win. I love the fact that they're letting him know. You saw Repulse hyping up his team, went to go give dap to Nick, and Nick was too busy talking shit and letting him know across the stage. This is awesome, man.
Hey, I mean, the shit talk's real. You got to get it out,
That's right.
What's a real competition without some shit talk?
That's a fact. What's a Nick event without shit talk?
True.
What's an esports event without a little bit of trash talk as well? Hope you all are enjoying the broadcast at home. Of course, big thank you to our live audience here in Las Vegas. For those that are just tuning in, this is UFC X live convention here in Las Vegas, Nevada during International Fight Week. We have MFAM Gauntlet live from the venue, loudest part of this venue. It's been a hell of a time so far. Hope you're enjoying the action at home. But look, we're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, we got game number 3. Can NICKMERCS continue to roll, or will SCUMP turn things around? We'll find out right after this.
It's time to eat like a pro.
Are you ready for a meal that hustles as hard as you do?
Ready to upgrade your snacking game? Control's new protein cookie is the solution you guys have been waiting for.
Packed with nutrients and the taste you'll love, these cookies will keep you energized for hours.
They're perfect for those long gaming sessions when you need a boost.
Why settle for greasy chips and sugary candy when you can get a protein-packed snack that's perfect for your gaming sessions?
Control's new protein cookies are here, and they're ready to take your game to the next level.
Did you know fans are making thousands of dollars in the matchups today? Wonder how you can win some money too? 1v1me lets you do just that. Download the app or visit 1v1me.com. Put your money on the future champs in esports tournaments, and if they win, you win instantly. And check this out. Use code MFAM with your first stake and you'll get $10 absolutely free. Put in 10 and you're in the game with 20. Fans have been paid out over $9 million from 1v1me. Ready to get your share? Sign up for 1v1me with code MFAM and get paid.
The MFAM Gauntlet presents NICKMERCS versus SCUMP Battle of the Champs live from UFCX is brought to you by Control, the best tasting protein, or 1v1me. Start making money while watching matches. Use 1v1me.com and stake on esports events just like this. Download the app or go to 1v1me.com and use the code MFAM when you sign up for a free $10 stake, and this time correctly. Control, the best tasting protein products on the market. Check them out at drinkctrl.com and use code MFAM or at your local GNC retail store. And welcome back, everybody. Let's take a good shot at NICKMERCS here live from UFCX in Las Vegas, going up 2-0 right now in team deathmatch, 5 versus 5. His team is on fire, Clara. Meanwhile, we got Team SCUMP on the other side. I know Alexia was texting you on the side. You're giving her some advice. What are you telling her?
Yeah, Alexia was like, I don't know what to do. This is not. And I said, hey, listen, you're the only MNK player. You want to stay back. You want to be the anchor for your team. Pick up a sniper, find something, and let the rest of your team go in there together, and you pick up those shots when they peek them. So I gave her that advice. I also told her, make sure your team is looking at the same person, hold it together, and don't, hold hands.
Exactly right. When I was playing, I had a chance. I mentioned the tournament the other week with Snipe Down. We were playing against Rogue, who's a great MNK player, and we said the same thing. We got to get in the opposite thing, actually. We have to get in his face. He did a good job keeping us at bay and at distance, and this is why Team Nick succeeded, right? All these fights, close-range fights. Every single one of them is going to be in the advantage of Diaz Biffle. Some great controller players. Zuma, obviously so talented in FPS titles. Nick, playing in the ALGS professionally. You want to keep your distance, and you want to try and change things up if you possibly can, as opposed to keeping these close-range fights. I completely agree with you. But it's been all Team Nick all day. You think Team SCUMP can turn it around?
I do think they have a chance at getting at least a round or two. They were looking so strong in the beginning. I think they just need to find their rhythm.
Yeah, that's right. It was neck and neck in game number 1. It was tied pretty much throughout the entirety of the game. It was even 42-42 at one point. I think when it switched to Habitat, the team that loses that initial fight loses map control, and that's any esports title. Call of Duty, Halo, Gears, you name it. If you have map control, you're going to maintain control, and that's exactly what happened. They kept their control throughout the rest of the game. On the flip side, Team SCUMP, if you lose that initial fight, you got to hit reset, and as hard as it is, you got to just stop holding forward. You got to let them come to you. Yep. You have a mouse and keyboard player on your team. Use her to your advantage. Keep your distance, and that might make the difference here. But we'll be changing up the map here going into map 3, I believe. We're going to be playing, I think, on Phase Runner, right?
Yeah, we're going to be heading on to Phase Runner. Definitely one of my favorite maps to play Deathmatch, so I'm excited to watch this and see how Team SCUMP's going to make their comeback, I think.
That's right. Phase Runner, for those that don't know, a very open map as well, similar to Habitat and what we saw, but it's a very, very big map. Obviously, they're playing 5v5, not the full 6v6, so expect things to slow down quite a bit here on this map, which honestly, to your point, should play to Team SCUMP's favor. I think they have a good chance here. If they're going to win any game, they're going to win the Phase Runner game 3 and 6, but guess what? Game number 3 is here. Make some noise live from the crowd as we get ready to jump right in to game number 3. NICKMERCS up 2-0 right now in map. 6 games total, though. Team SCUMP can bring this back, but they got to do it right now, Clara.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it. Which side are they going to pick? Yeah, see, where Nick's going right here, this used to be my favorite spot. I would go here and just hold the other side.
That's right, and that's why it's called Phase Runner. You can take the phase portal, and it looks like both teams are going to play opposite sides. I believe I saw Team SCUMP playing on the opposite side of the map. Maybe I'm incorrect. And that's right. Team Nick will maintain control of the phase side of the map. Team SCUMP will maintain control of the opposite side of the map. So to kick things off here, well, it's going to be the opposite of what we've seen. We're going to have a little bit of a standoff, Clara.
Yeah, I do think Nick is looking to push in. He doesn't want to play it slow. He's like, we've got this. We're together. Let's stay as a unit, and let's just go get some kills. So it looks like he's moving forward, wants to get in there, doesn't want to waste any time.
That's right. And look, for 2 reasons. 1, they have confidence. They've won the last 2 games. That's why they're pushing with such confidence right now. 2, they got a dominant team of 5 controller players. It benefits them to push and get in their face. But again, this is a benefit for Team SCUMP. They got the long-range fights. Look at the R99. Diaz Biffle using the R99 long range as effectively as an assault rifle. Nick connects for good damage. The angles are there, and the domination comes through, but Nick gets taken out early.
Reminder, this is game 3, so they will not be able to pick up any care pack weapons, no lifeline shields, none of that. So that's the rule for this game.
2-2 right now. This is looking much more like game number 1. Diaz Biffle gets the pick on Jowo there to tie it up. Lucky Chamu swings wide right. Nick gets a far spawn, and that might help them. Nick's going to have angles here momentarily. Diaz, Lucky, the duo, playing as a duo, doing so well. Diaz finishes the kill. Can they get the double? Nick gets one across the map, and the Baka Bros, the Baka duo, playing incredibly well, but Diaz gets taken out. On board with NICKMERCS. Drops the ultimate and decides to fly right after with the movement speed boost that follows. Here comes the push for him and the squad. They're closing in on their opponents. 542 damage ready for Nick. 4 kills already for Nick of his 7 on his team. And Team NICKMERCS is starting to run away with this. He flies into the face of Octane and gets the elimination. It's nothing but Team NICKMERCS in your kill feed right now. They are dominating, Clara.
Oh yeah, they're not even trying to hold anything or play slow. Looks like they're just aping everything and sending it like this is a pub.
That's what it feels like. That's what it looks like. That's kind of what it's like. 9-3 right now. Absolutely dominating. Nick has his favorite triple take in his hands. Connects long range. Your thoughts on the triple take? You a TT user?
No. But I always call it the NICKMERCS weapon.
That's right. He loves himself the triple take. Very unique weapon. It's a 3-bullet spread. You can charge it up to make it nice and compact, or you can let it rip and basically guarantee some damage. SCUMP, though, gets a kill on Zuma and gets taken out right after. Team Nick swarms in. On board of Jowo right now. Him, Slicks, Alexia Ray need to go huge. Their backs against the wall. They get a kill. Jowo shaking his head, but that was good damage before he got taken out.
Yeah, Team SCUMP here, they're not really trying to hold a side. They're just kind of sending the middle, and I think that's a big mistake that they keep on making. They're not looking to hold something, get a high ground, which is really not working in their favor at all.
That's right. and the use of the double SMGs from Tommy, despite having Alexia on an MNK on their team. You know, if I'm SCUMP right now, or whoever's IGLing this squad, I'm saying let's slow things down. Let's play long-range weapons, right? Triple take, assault rifles. Instead, they're going double SMG, which I think plays into Team Nick's hands, and that's why you see Team Nick right now with the 5-kill lead. But we'll see if SCUMP can turn things around here. Only 5 kills, that's not a huge deficit. Make it 4. They connect for 1 on repulls, and now they have a numbers advantage. Power play in favor of Team Nick, but Tommy gets shut down right after. Diaz puts him right into the dirt, and almost gets a double.
Looks like Diaz is finally feeling himself again. He doesn't even care. He's seeing red right now on Bloodhound. He's popping those scans, seeing that ultimate, and just absolutely aping every single person that he sees.
That's right. Alexia, again, on mouse and keyboard using the long-range triple take. Gets the long-range kill with the Mad Maggie Q, actually. That was all the damage she needed. She is able to reset as well and get her health back. And now, again, a numbers advantage for Team SCUMP. This is where they got to take this advantage. They're going to find another one. That's Tommy. Nice job. Zuma gets absolutely bamboozled by the Mirage and caught in no man's land. He gets taken out as well. So Team SCUMP turning things around. This is the swing that they needed. And look, I'm not going to lie. This is a little bit of a swing for Team SCUMP. I'm interested to hear what the vibes are like. Let's go ahead and flip things around. Let's jump into a listen-in with Team SCUMP, who's flying right now. Let's jump in.
That guy's and again.
Where? Oh, I see him.
Nice, Steph.
Crack down 40.
Hit 20, cracked. 50. Body.
I'm pushing up now.
Oh my god, I'm missing the shots.
Wait, triple take.
Top.
Yeah, freebie.
Nice.
Oh my god, it's got turned on.
Behind me.
Burning. Octane's burning behind this back, right here. We got bad off. Cracked.
Flying over now.
Behind me. No.
I'm going behind him. Just wait. And you guys get damage on him.
I'm batting.
Get damage on him on the rocks.
Behind me.
Wait, Tonyo, I got you.
I'm pushing.
Wait, you get on heal.
I'm trying to push back.
Another one behind this truck on me. On you.
No, I ran out bullets. One shot, absolute behind the rock.
One shot on us, bro.
Ping.
One back here, one over here. 60 on them. 60.
Yeah, there's a guy behind you as well.
We're coming up.
I'm dead though.
Okay.
There's
We're only down 3.
Yeah.
Steph, I'm with you as well there. Yeah, Steph, I'm behind the guy. Hold on, 2 seconds.
Here.
Steph, he's pushing you.
Heard that?
I'm pushing up right now.
Right there in there alone. We're split.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh.
They're weak against Steph. A cracked one.
Yeah, I'm literally a bullet, Tom.
One shot, one. Literally a bullet pushing around on you now.
He's on me?
Yeah. Both sides of the rock. Both sides.
Ah, he's got shield.
You have me or not?
Almost traded.
He's cracked. Joe, he's cracked.
Dead.
Heal Joe. Be careful.
Steph, we're behind.
On me.
Yeah, right here?
Oh,
that's a freebie. That's Tom. It's a
freebie.
freebie. It's Tom. Freebie.
Dead.
I didn't get to heal.
He's trying to snipe.
I have my ult as well, okay? We can make this mixy if we want ult if we get in.
I have my ult as well.
One guy's here, I think.
Yeah, I got nothing on scan.
I'm
The
ulting now.
scan doesn't reach all the way though.
There you go.
Wait, where?
Above me.
Top ground, yeah. Look at there.
Let's do this too.
Can I flash one for like 45?
I can't see him.
Got no angle.
I got scanned.
Eat this.
One guy jump low.
What the? I'm getting.
Oh, it buzzed.
Dude,
Your body.
3 guys jumped out.
Yeah, they just ran at us.
On me.
Bud's cracked.
You're by yourself. I'm making my way over now behind him on the rock. Steph, he's one right in front of us.
Alright, I'm trying to leave, but
And there you have it. You saw them slowly starting to turn things around. They started playing well as a team, and you thought maybe they were mounting a comeback, but right as we say that, Team Nick takes control again. But what did you like there out of that listening?
I thought that they were finally playing more together as a team, holding each other's angles, calming with one another. I have my ultimate, I have this, and I love seeing Alexia hold it down with a sniper as well. Really able to get that damage in while her team just sends it in for her.
Completely agreed. Those are definitely the highlights of that listening. Well stated, but in the end, Team Nick, despite losing a few points right there, increases their lead by quite a bit. Meanwhile, as I say that though, 2 kills can be picked up. SCUMP gets 1, Alexia gets another, Nick shuts it down though. Can he get the double? NICKMERCS in a 1v1, takes out Jowo with the help of a teammate from afar. Great damage from Nick. And just like that, they stay up 36-26.
You know, one advice I also gave Alexia as well, I told this to her yesterday, I said, listen, find the best player on that team and make sure that you are all focusing them. So if it's Biffle, if it's Nick, whoever's playing better today, focus that person and make sure that you're constantly taking them out. That's
a great point, especially given Nick said exactly that in his interview. He said, we're going to play around Diaz Biffle. Well, if you take out Diaz Biffle, there's no one to play around. So I think you got to focus on their all-star. It's Diaz Biffle, but I say all-star. Look at the damage right now. Look at the kills. 15 kills, 3.3K damage from Nick as he hits a headshot with the triple take. His teammate finishes the kill. It's Lucky Chamu. They are playing so incredibly well right now. It's not even what Team SCUMP is doing wrong. It's what Team NICKMERCS is doing so right. Lucky Chamu's going to get yet another kill on Slicks. Meanwhile, SCUMP gets one and make it a second. A couple kills picked up for Team SCUMP, but it's a 12-point lead for Team Nick. They are running away with this one. Let's take a look at Diaz Biffle's kills and damage. 14, look at the top right of your screen. 14 kills, 3.3K in damage. It's just the Nick and Diaz show. These two as a duo, it's looking like Nick and Deeds out there.
Yeah, they're holding it down, have insane loadouts right now. They have this in the bag. As long as they stick together, I see them winning this one.
That's right. Taking a look here. On board with NICKMERCS, playing out of his 9. Will he drop the 4K bomb? It looks like he just may. 44-30 right now. As we're looking to see if Nick can drop 4K damage. Ladies and gentlemen, the crowd, make some noise if you're having a good time here. As Nick is absolutely dominating, putting on for his entire community right now. Live at the MFAM Gauntlet. On board with Diaz Biffle, looking to drop a 4K bomb of his own. 45-30 is the score. On board with Diaz Biffle, Clara, as he's popping the shield bat. Looks like he'll get the assisted elimination, and Team Nick is just flying.
Oh yeah, Biffle's just a silent killer. If you see him and all of them, he doesn't really calm too much. He just lets everyone else scream it out, and he's just running in there and doing his own thing.
Changes weapons, gets the kill. His teammate gets the other one. It's going to be Hectoroni, repulls his duo. They're playing out of their minds right now. 48-31, 2 more kills. Clara, take us home.
Alrighty, well, Diaz has this. He just has to go in and get, I'm predicting 2 1 clips from him. He only needs 1 now. And that is it. Team NICKMERCS with the wipe once again for game 3. Absolutely insane game there. I really thought SCUMP was going to come back, but I mean, it just looks like the Bakas and everyone is just locked in over there on Team NICKMERCS.
And a massive performance with Team NICKMERCS. We know MFAM Gauntlet, and the MFAM community loves that one. Make some noise in the crowd right now if you're enjoying it, as I'm joined live with some absolute legends in the MFAM community. We had to showcase this entire beautiful set live from the bleachers here. And of course, we got the NICKMERCS and SCUMP lockers behind us. How you guys enjoying the event so far? Make some noise if you guys enjoying it here live from the crowd. Things you love to see. And look, it's not just Apex Legends that we're enjoying here. Just a reminder, we got UFC right after this. And 5 games of UFC gameplay. Keep in mind here, last year, Team Tim the Tatman clean swept NICKMERCS just for Nick to clean sweep Tim. Will the opposite happen? We'll find out. SCUMP's going to be taking Nick live in UFC after these 6 games of Apex Legends. They'll be playing 5 games of head-to-head, mano-a-mano, UFC live on the main stage as well. We'll see, of course, for that action as we're joined live with our crew here. And I got to ask y'all a couple questions. Look, it's National Video Game Day, so I'm going to ask y'all, outside of Apex Legends, any favorite games that you like to play? Apex, what else you got?
Right now, just Call of Duty. That's about it. Yeah.
Call of Duty stand here. How about you, my friend?
I mainly just play Fortnite.
We got a Fortnite crew in the house. All right, little Apex, little Fortnite. And how you guys enjoying the event so far? I'm going to ask you up here, is this your first gaming event or esports event in person? How you enjoying it?
It is. It's a lot of fun. It's my first time, so I'm having a lot of fun.
Right, we're lucky to have you here. Last but not least, my man, you got Team Nick winning the entire event?
Oh yeah, all day. MFAM always.
MFAM always. You got the MFAM crew. One more time, make some noise for our MFAM here live from the bleachers. Clara, walk us through the replays, though, from game number 3. What do we see there?
Alrighty, game number 3 right here. We had NICKMERCS with his triple take in R9, just absolutely beaming everyone, just aping every person that he saw. He just wasn't messing around.
Yeah, they were playing out of their minds. And honestly, during our listen, it was actually the timing that you thought maybe Team SCUMP can turn it around.
I really thought they had it this round.
Yeah.
They were playing so phenomenal, but maybe this is the turnaround. They got their warm-up in, and now maybe they're feeling a lot better.
That's right. And of course, the long-range maps seem to not have helped them. We're going back in game number 4 to Party Crasher, and that's the map that they had the most success in.
Yeah.
It was neck and neck the entire time. If there's any map where they can turn it around, maybe it's this one. Keep in mind, every game counts, right? If you lose 6-0, 600, actually it's gonna be 700 points to 0 is a big deficit. So you gotta try and sneak a few games, because in the end, the 50K giant chunk of that 100K prize pool goes to the total points winner. So if you're Team SCUMP, you wanna try and take home a few games, right?
Oh yeah, you definitely want to get some games in. But, you know, I was thinking about something. Last year, you know, when we were smoking on Team Nick, they put in Snipe Down. And I do see Gents in the crowd today.
Yo, can you imagine?
Do we think they would put him on Team SCUMP?
Little phase Gent in the house on Team SCUMP to substitute for this squad. I'm just saying, look, this is not scripted. This is a Clara live, fresh idea. I'm about it. Stamped, approved, sponsored by Fall. I would love to see Gent go up against his teammate Nick on the main stage. We'll see if production's down for that to do a little something different. But we'll see first if Team SCUMP can turn things around here in game number 4.
Yeah, last year when they put Snipe Down in, I thought, all right, this is it. Like, you know, this is going to be the rounds where they take a couple, but nope, we were just way too strong.
Y'all still shut it down.
Took them out.
That didn't make a difference. I thought for a second you were going to say that you were going to go play alongside Alexia on main stage.
I mean, I thought about it. I'm here. There's controllers. Put me in. I'm ready.
Oh, I would actually lose my mind.
I'll IGL that team to oblivion right now.
That's what they're, to be honest, if I'm picking one thing that this team's lacking, they're lacking an IGL. I mean, look,
I think they just need a coach. Give me a headset and I'll just scream in their ear.
That's a fact too, the Clara effect. SCUMP, obviously, you know, he's a king. He played a lot of Call of Duty, but hasn't played a lot of Apex. So he's not going to IGL his team to the same success as someone like you or Nick or Gent, who has reps on reps on reps in Apex Legends. So I'm down for a little shakeup. We'll see if it happens, but nonetheless, we'll see if Team SCUMP can turn things around here in game number 4. We're going back to Party Crasher, like we said, which looked really, really great for them. Obviously, you've given a lot of advice here to Team SCUMP and Alexia. You're literally texting her live. Any advice that you'd give going into Party Crasher, though? Or are you just saying play the same way you played in game number 1?
Well, game 4 is going to be limited loadouts. So they'll each be assigned a specific loadout that they can only run for the rest of the game. So I'm really hoping they give like the SMGs to Biffle and, you know, whoever's their strongest controller player on Team SCUMP, give them the SMG. And then for the sniper, you want to give it to maybe a little bit more of a passive, you know, character or player. So I would give a sniper to Alexia. Maybe I would give one to Zuma and have him hang out. But I mean, Nick also does love his snipers as well. So maybe he'll sit back and do all the damage from afar.
That's a good point. I completely forgot about that rule set. So that shakes things up, obviously, in game number 4. We'll see what limited rule or limited loadout that they decide to use per player. But look, gameplay is ready. Let's go ahead and jump in to game number 4. Once again, crowd, give them your energy live on stage, live from UFCX in Las Vegas. It's International Fight Week. We got the MFAM in the audience, and we're getting ahead and getting ready to jump in to game number 4 on Party Crasher with limited loadouts here, and kicking things off with a little bit of aerial cam, and both teams playing on the waterfall side.
Yeah, it does look like SCUMP's team has the better side right now, so as long as they can hold it down and not lose that side that they're on, they'll have a really strong advantage.
And I like Tommy learning from his mistake last time. Last time he pushed across the waterfall, got caught in no man's land, got taken out by Nick. This time he sits back, and both teams are going to be posting up. So a little bit of a standoff here, which you like to see. Goes to show how competitive this is, but who is it? None other than Diaz Biffle, who's going to shut that down. 1v1. Okay, Slicks against Diaz Biffle, by the way. The audience member putting it down and shutting down Diaz Biffle.
Oh man, they really need to get up on that roof and just help Slicks out, because holding that high ground is beyond important on this side.
That's right. Nice job right there. It was Diaz Biffle and Team Nick that got the first 2 kills. You thought they had the numbers advantage, but Slicks and one other shut down Lucky Chamu and Diaz Biffle and keep themselves alive, but still it's going to be a 5-2 lead in favor of Team NICKMERCS. And now they have the advantage. As I say that, though, SCUMP does have a kill picked up, so it's a numbers advantage for Team SCUMP. Zuma gets shut down as well, and here we go. Team SCUMP turning things around. And they're going to continue to roll here. Team SCUMP showing up big time. 7-2 lead right now. Sorry, I was mistaken earlier. 7-2 lead in favor of Team SCUMP. They're starting strong here on Party Crasher.
Yeah, it looks like they're just holding down that side, just like I said, and that is really just going to be their strongest suit. The only thing I think Nick's team could do right now is just deathball as a full team, or go play on the other side of the map and wait for SCUMP's team to ape them.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think the death ball will be the option here. Look at them absolutely flying. SCUMP's going to try and shut it down. And he gets 1 kill. SCUMP needs to go huge. 1v1, gets shut down by Octane. And a great job by Nick's team. Like you said, death balling, absolutely flying, because they got the first kill. They had the numbers advantage, and they took those numbers with aggression. Zuma gets shut down, though. Nice job by Alexia Ray to keep them at bay.
Yeah, it looks like the teams are a little bit split now. They're holding on to the other side. I guess there's a care pack coming down. Hopefully, maybe a Craver we'll see in there.
Yeah, care packages are allowed this game. believe that was either last game or next game that care packages are not allowed, but nonetheless.
It was last game.
It was last game. Okay, that's what it was. We got a rules expert, Clara here. So care packages are fair game. SCUMP in a 1v1. The King switches guns to the Mastiff. Needs to hit one more shot. Connects. No, needs two. Doesn't get it. He thought he only needed the one shot like I did. Instead, gets taken out in the 1v1 against Diaz Biffle.
It's that darn Mastiff. I tell you, it's so unpredictable on how much it's going to hit for.
That's right. He got a nice little 34, though. That's called being blessed with a Mastiff compared to my experience. I'm just saying. I'm board now with Alexia, playing Bangalore, which you want to put Bangalore on your mouse and keyboard player because obviously there's no aim assist in smokes and obviously no aim assist on MNK. So you rarely want to put Bangalore in your controller player, and that's a good call from them. Meanwhile, Alexia getting some good damage, 80 to be precise, gets the assist in elimination. Slicks goes down as well. 15-10, Team SCUMP still with the lead here. Oh, a couple missed shots right there from Tommy. And Diaz Biffle shuts him down. That's huge for Team NICKMERCS. They're down by 3 kills, was 5. A 2-kill swing and counting. Team Nick can stay perfect. They're currently up 3-0 in this 6-game series. But Team SCUMP showing great life here in game number 4.
Yeah, it looks like Nick's team did take over the better spot, so they're going to have to hold it down here. I'm interested to see what SCUMP's team is going to do. Are they just going to ape them, or are they going to try to hold back? But it looks like they're just going in for it.
Ape is the answer. Here comes the push. Zuma gets taken out from Joe-O. Tommy gets one on Nick. It's going to be Team SCUMP that continues to take the lead here. Alexia, though, goes down. It's a pretty even trade, 2-2 so far. It's a 3-versus-3 fight. 18-14 is the score. On board with Joe-O here on Octane. Gets the speed boost, pushes wide left with the Nemesis in hand. SCUMP down to just 50 HP. Looking a little bleak for SCUMP. He's going to get taken out. Joe-O, though, is going to avenge him. Gets the double kill. Chamu and Repulse both eliminated. And just like that, Joe-O is the heart and soul of his team. 1K damage, 4 kills to his name. Joe-O doing everything he possibly can to keep Team SCUMP alive.
Yeah, Joe's definitely warmed up now. He's not messing around this round. I feel like before he was playing a little bit more passive, but now that his shots are landing, he's doing great.
Yeah, Team SCUMP is rocking and rolling. Only up by 3, though. They got to maintain this lead. Let's go ahead and jump right into a listen-in with Team SCUMP, though. See what's working well for them and see if they can maintain.
There's 3 above you, 1's body.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get out of here. I'm trying to get out. So
one shot up top on the other roof.
They just keep spawning on me on the other side.
Here's below you.
Got 2. Heard.
Nice.
All right, we should push up. Let's take the buildings.
Wait, one behind us. I see behind us.
Where?
Behind us. Keep moving though. Keep moving. We're good. We should be good.
Just get controllers.
All on the other side. All on the other side.
You got scanned, you're careful.
Yeah, I know.
They're all on the other side.
They're all pushing up now, Seth. All of them. All pushing up. All 3 on the right. 3 on the right. They're underneath you. 2 of them. 2 underneath.
1 dead.
Oh, there's one across too. No shot. There's one across.
I had to get that dude right there, bro.
Blood. One in all left now.
Octane 1.
Blood is 1 shot. Blood is literally 1 shot.
They're gonna ape you. Wait,
I know, but I just got at least 2 damage.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out.
Yeah, there's like 3 in that building. Let's group up. Group up on this side.
Yeah, we're here now.
They're all healing. They're all healing.
One's up. I had to drop.
Oh, he's already up top?
Get scanned.
Yeah.
We got top. Yep.
I got you up top.
Dropping down. He's on top still. He's still on top.
There's 2 up top.
Drop.
3, 4 up top.
Okay, well then we need to do something else.
I mean, we're all here. We should be able to
We
fight
got
it.
flanking right. No.
Pushing
Oh my
back.
god, I just missed everything. That sucks.
I killed one up top on me.
Yeah, I'm coming over. I'm gonna scan for you. 2 seconds.
On me again. Behind me.
Oh, the whole
guys lower.
thing's on me, bro.
Pushing it out, Fred.
So the NICKMERCS turnaround is in full effect, and you hear the comms of Team SCUMP, obviously, as they lose control, deflated. I love to switch things up, though. Let's actually flip the script, and jump into a listen-in with Team NICKMERCS, see what's working so well.
All in opposite flat. All over the place.
Yo, Tommy, top.
Yeah, I'm regenerating my health. They might push me.
The guy far left is taking shots at us. On roof across from us. I gotta pop. Oh, he's on me. He's on the roof.
I got needed.
I'm gonna fucking send him.
I see my roof.
Yeah, I'm sending it.
I mean,
We got roof.
two.
Above you.
I cracked one on roof. He's 1 shot on roof, Mirage.
One shot. I got shots on him again.
We're gonna roof.
I hit him again.
No.
I'm waiting.
Tommy.
right underneath you guys.
He's one shot. I got him on 3. I got him.
Throw me on top, on the roof, behind you guys. Little roof.
Hold on.
All right, let's use our nades. Use.
I'm just here cracking them at a distance, boys. They're just all staying up on top of that roof.
I'm playing up. Sir.
Tommy, one to my left. Tommy, one A.
Yeah. Hold on, let's push up on him. Let's get closer.
Yellow skin.
Yeah, get closer. Yeah, right behind him. He doesn't know where you're. Yeah, sneak up on him behind the roof.
On him behind me. Behind.
Be honest on the roof. Hector.
Try to look at it.
Both one shot. There's an easy cleanups right there. Bloodhound.
Go on.
I want to go on. No one here.
One shot. Bloodhound. Going down the stairs.
I'm down. Be honest, Hector.
All right, we got shield.
He's down low.
I don't know which one this guy is. Too many enemies. I batted. I'm out.
I'm with you, Nick. 2 seconds.
I mean, fuck. They're on top of that fucking. They're on top of that right now.
Let's try right across.
Holy shit, bro. My gun is fucking ass, bro. I'm going right.
You're good. Can we try to kill that?
Let's try to stick together here. Tell me, how can we get to them?
I'm sliding across.
Help them. Can't really help them here.
There's two here.
Nick started to turn things around. Team SCUMP brought it back. 5-kill advantage for Team SCUMP right now. Nick goes down as well. They're finally getting into full rhythm here. All cylinders a go for Team SCUMP right now, currently up by 6.
It's so close right now, and I think Team Nick is falling under pressure right now. The pressure's on, other teams ahead, and I think we just saw a couple of Mazer moments just happen right there. We got Nick Maggie balling himself. I saw Repulse shooting his own teammate. The pressure's on. It's getting serious mode right now.
Go Claire is a savage, live calling out Mazer moments and calling people out on stream. You love to see it. But you're spot on. You know, look, obviously when your back's against the wall, Nick was in a 2v5 right there trying to turn things around with the Mad Maggie ball, accidentally balled himself, but in the end, a 9-kill lead for Team SCUMP. You gotta give credit where credit's due. Team SCUMP, down 3-0, was getting absolutely steamrolled. They dug deep, and they brought it back here. The question is, can they finish? Can Team Nick do something miraculous here?
I mean, they could, but I think Team SCUMP is just absolutely playing phenomenal right now. They're really holding it down.
Completely agreed. Catching their groove. Obviously, I think Party Crasher is their map. I'm interested in Game 5. We're gonna be going back to Habitat to see if they learn from their mistakes. But for now, they have a chance to close this one out to win a game. Tommy's gonna do it with the P20, by the way. Connects for a kill. That's huge from Tommy, the UK, British Call of Duty sensation. Spitfire long range, spitting maybe, with 30 damage here from Slicks.
The Choppa just doesn't stop singing.
That's right. 6 kills to go. 9-kill lead. Closing in on their enemies like a predator on their prey. Here comes Joe. Wide left swing. SCUMP connects for one. That's the king. NICKMERCS gets taken out. And now a 1-man advantage, 1-kill advantage, but no, Hector says, I'm gonna even things out, takes out SCUMP, 4v4.
Here we go. Only 4 more points needed. Can they close it out and do it?
It looks like the answer is yes. Closing on in, Joe picking things up with another kill on Nick. That's gonna be huge. 3 kills to go here for Team SCUMP for a chance to make this interesting. Alexia gets taken out, but let's see if her teammates can capitalize and close out. No, Joe gets shut down as well. 8-kill lead, so Team Nick starts to slowly bring it back, but all they have to do is trade 2 kills. Again, a methodology that SCUMP is all too familiar with. Here comes the trade opportunity. No, SCUMP takes matters into his own hands. He gets one. Can he get the double? No. He's going to be able to get the damage in and get shut down right after. And there it is. Team SCUMP gets a win and makes things interesting on the main stage here. He says that's one. That's one of many. Says Team SCUMP with the final victory here in game number 4.
Why you
down to me like that, says Tommy. All right. Can you imagine Team SCUMP catches fire here, wins 3, we're tied at 3-3 going to UFC. Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think Team Nick's going to bring it back in this game?
I gotta say, Team SCUMP is looking like a completely different team from game 1. They are playing absolutely out of their minds and really giving Team Nick a challenge now.
Kudos and congratulations to Team SCUMP getting their first win of the series. Can they keep it up? That's the question. We're going to jump to a very quick break. When we come back, will Team SCUMP continue to roll or will Nick shut it down? Game number 5 right after this.
know fans are making thousands of dollars in the matchups today? Wonder how you can win some money too? 1v1me lets you do just that. Download the app or visit 1v1me.com. Put your money on the future champs in esports tournaments, and if they win, you win instantly. And check this out. Use code MFAM with your first stake and you'll get $10 absolutely free. Put in 10 and you're in the game with 20. Fans have been paid out over $9 million from 1v1me. Ready to get your share? Sign up for 1v1me with code MFAM and get paid.
It's time to eat like a pro.
Are you ready for a meal that hustles as hard as you do?
Ready to upgrade your snacking game? Control's new protein cookie is the solution you guys have been waiting for. Packed with nutrients and the taste you'll love, these cookies will keep you energized for hours.
They're perfect for those long gaming sessions when you need a boost.
Why settle for greasy chips and sugary candy when you can get a protein-packed snack that's perfect for your gaming sessions? Control's new protein cookies are here, and they're ready to take your game to the next level.
The MFAM Gauntlet presents NICKMERCS versus SCUMP Battle of the Champs live from UFCX is brought to you by Corsair. Get better together with the Corsair family of brands using performance gaming gear from Corsair. Elite controllers from SCUF Gaming. Streaming hardware from Elgato. And gaming PCs from Origin PC. And welcome back, everybody, and the entire crowd live from UFCX. Make some noise for your boy NICKMERCS on screen right now, looking at his cell phone, as we are back with Battle of the Champs, UFCX. Hope y'all are enjoying the show so far. Fallout joined alongside Clara at work in her casting debut, as Nick is currently up 3-1. SCUMP showing some life in that last game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm beyond impressed by SCUMP's team. They really came back and have been playing completely different than they did from game one. They're finally playing as a team, holding each other, swinging every fight together, and not taking fights one by one like they were in game one.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head with that analysis. And there was a moment where I think you and I both thought, you actually, I think, mentioned, is Nick going to bring this back and win this game? And you thought maybe SCUMP would fold again, but they didn't. What was the difference this time around?
I really think because Team SCUMP found their rhythm and are coming out way more aggressive now, Team Nick wasn't ready for it. They didn't know how to fight against it, so they're trying to figure that out, and if they can figure it out in this next game, then Team Nick will come on top, but if not, then I think Team SCUMP might make a huge comeback.
Yeah, and that's a really, really good point, right? We're going to jump into the replays here in just a moment, but Team Deathmatch and Apex Legends, you've played a lot of it, I've played a lot. It's all about momentum. And if you have numbers advantage, you can snowball a 7-8 kill deficit to a 7-8 kill lead if you can just continue taking your numbers and swinging around the map, constant rotations. But what they did a good job of, Team SCUMP, well, it's like you said, they've caught their groove, they've maintained their composure, and they hit reset, and they didn't let NICKMERCS ever swing and turn that snowball into an avalanche. And you see it here. Look at Joe, he started playing out of his mind. SCUMP himself turned up in a big way.
Yeah, they really did hold the best spot in the map as well, just really giving Nick's team a hard time, and it worked out for their advantage.
That's a good point. You mentioned the best spot. For those that either missed the last game or are not familiar with Apex, what is the best position on that map in your eyes?
For that last map we just played? Right there where Team SCUMP was playing, up on that high ground, because there's so much cover, angles to play on, and it just makes it impossible. The high ground of the other side, there's nothing really to play, and if you get Maggie queued, it's it.
Exactly right. It's the Mirage Voyage Party Crasher area, or the crashed Mirage Voyage at least. They maintain control. Alexia doing such a good job. I got to give kudos to her. She maintained high ground on top of Mirage Voyage, played long range, played into her mouse and keyboard advantage, which is mid to long range damage. Didn't allow Team Nick to push in for free. They had to take damage as they came, and she played that really well. Talk about that.
Yeah, every single time that they pushed in, it's like she was there sniping them, and it's that person that you hate that sits there, but it's what works. And I mean, hey, if we're going to win a tournament, that's how you got to play it.
Right, that was you back in your mouse and keyboard days. I remember watching you play. What made you make the switch from MK to controller? Are you fully controller locked in now, or what's your set?
Well, I was always a controller player. I started out on controller, and then one day there was a pro player who was like, hey, you should play mouse and keyboard. Like, if you want to know how to play other games, like, mouse and keyboard's the way. And then, of course, I think a year later, that same pro player switched to controller, and I said, well, why am I playing mouse and keyboard if you're switching back to controllers? I was like, F this. I went back to controller, and now I'm back to my roots, beaming like I ever have.
I actually didn't even know that story. So you basically got jebaited into switching to mouse and keyboard.
I got jebaited. But you know what? I think that it was the smartest move for me to do, because, I mean, you know, it's all the talk about aim assist, that. And when I first started out, I thought it was a scam, like, oh, they're just complaining. They don't know what they're talking about. But when I went to MNK and then switched back to controller, I was like, oh, this is the aim assist they're talking about. So it was,
Helped you realize your kind of OP advantage. That's it.
It helped me realize, and now I use the aim assist to my advantage. So.
That's right. We'll talk about game number 5, the rules here. What do we see?
Yeah, game number 5 we have coming in is no healing and no shields. So I'm not 100% sure if they're allowed to use Lifeline and Watson. So I'm curious to see if they'll have the Watson for the gen to regen their shields. But yeah, I'm really excited for this round because it's going to be a big switch up.
Yeah, a little bit more like Call of Duty. You know, there's no shields than like Halo or Apex Legends, no shield batteries. It's going to be pure health, pure HP, which does actually recover over time naturally. So those that are not aware, your shields do not recharge. When TDM first launched, your shields would recharge, much like Halo or other games. Then they flipped it for some reason. I still don't know why Respawn made that switch. I actually preferred it when your shields charge, but your HP, your health, is going to recharge over time. So you'll have a natural heal.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for this round, and I think it might play out a little bit more campy than we've seen so far. Definitely with not being able to heal, you don't want to tank too much damage and not be able to help your team out. So if we can play more angles and corners and not really ape one another, I mean, you can, and then that way you don't have to heal at all. But then if you're at 1 HP, then you're just a free kill for someone else.
That's a very good point. Look at the dichotomy between the NICKMERCS looking and the SCUMP looking. Nick is getting locked in, getting his team hyped up. SCUMP, calm, cool, and collected, much like we've seen him on the main stage in Call of Duty. But guess what? Game number 5 is here. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Las Vegas. Make some noise as we get ready for game number 5. Will Team SCUMP maintain momentum and take another one for the board, or will NICKMERCS shut it down and take the 4-1 lead? We'll find out as we jump into Habitat, back in the jungle for game number 5, Clara.
Yeah, game number 5, back on Habitat, this big, large open map. So really going to have to play this one slow. If we do have any Watsons here, we're going to want to fence up and just play on our side and not really do too much.
That's right. So I'm interested to see how they play this initial fight, because the initial is everything. It helps you gain control of the scoreboard, of map control. Are they going to fight the 5v5 on this side of the map? Yes, they will. It's a clean 5 versus 5. Sentinel in the hands of SCUMP. He's opting for the sniper. It's almost like he's pulling out the op and Counter-Strike. Nope, misses the first shot. Almost gets the headshot there. Amped up Sentny on his hand. Scan's going to come through to give him the intel. Diaz gets broken shields on one who can no longer heal, by the way. That's an advantage right now for Nick. And Nick hits the sniper back on Joe. So notice the difference here. Snipers in hands of the two champs.
Yeah, I do think this is a lot smarter of a play to play long range, because you really just don't want to get in anybody's face. The moment that you slide in and go for something, you're going to tank a lot of damage. So really wanting to play the corners there, not really doing too much, just as Nick's doing right here.
That's a good point, but notice how Diaz Biffle's still on SMGs. So I agree with you. It's good for two of them to run snipes, but put the SMGs in the hands of your best fragger, and that's Diaz Biffle. Zuma gets another kill on SCUMP with the sniper, so 2 players running Sentinels on Team Nick. And then there's Lucky Chamu pushing up with his R99. Diaz Biffle right behind him. They're looking for the kill. They're going to get the damage in, but Lucky almost gets traded out. Good job staying alive, and look at the damage. Look at the connect. The Diaz and Lucky combo showing on display here. Great teamwork from the team of 2.
You know, it was funny. I saw Nick start to pop a bat out of force of habit, and then he stopped and he's like, I can't do that. So
Nick with the 3 Ranger on the Sentinel. And that's the difference here. SCUMP running the long-range scope, Nick running the 3 instead. Zuma gets taken out here, 4-6, so a good job. Much better start here for Team SCUMP on Habitat. We're going to switch on over to Repulse. Sentinel, R9 in hand, so it's 4 people using the Sentinel on Team Nick.
yeah, they really just want to get as many snipers as they can, and then have Biffle, the fragger, just run in there and finish up those kills that they do damage on.
So one quick reminder for y'all, if Nick wins this game, they officially win the Apex portion. It'll be mathematically impossible for Team SCUMP to bring it back. So this game is everything. It's the Devil's game, game number 5. And keep in mind, game number 6, well, it's worth double points. So that will make the difference, and that'll allow Team SCUMP to swing things through. Whoever wins game 6 wins it all if it's tied, or if not. Here comes the push from Diaz Biffle. Good damage coming through, 11-5. Team Nick taking the lead and maintaining momentum.
I will say, though, that little spooky fence almost got Biffle there for a second.
That's right. I think you did. To that point, we are seeing a little bit of Watson on display. You got Zuma on Bangalore. You got Hector on Octane. Here comes the snipe from Alexia Ray. Connects with the shot long range. Beautiful shots from Alexia.
Yeah, really good long range here. I'm really excited to see if she'll hit some more. And I think we're going to see a couple headshots.
Yeah, SCUMP changes his loadout here. Jowo gets one. That's 4 kills in a row. What a swing, 10-12. Team SCUMP making it interesting, and it was on the heels of that Alexia headshot long range. She's repping Watson for the ultimate shield heals. Natural shield heals will come through.
Yeah, Alexia's playing an anchor on her team, which is honestly one of the most important parts of a team as well. She's going to sit there, hold it down, and not do too much, and make sure that her team also has a side to play on whenever things get rough. So having an anchor is really, really, really important. It looks like we got that Watson gen down, and they'll be able to heal up their shields that way.
Yeah, it's big. And I like how they're playing this. They kind of, I don't know if they heard us or took our advice, or maybe she'd read your text. They're going to be holding the open side of the map, waiting for a little bit of an advantage and slowing things down, as opposed to just constantly pushing into the R99s of their opponents. Here comes Jowo on the wide right push. SCUMP, though, getting a little too aggressive. Gets taken out. Alexia, a couple missed shots. They get one, though. Not Jowo. Takes out Nick. And there's the headshot for Alexia on Repulse. What a play.
You know what I gotta say? I think I'm really good at predicting things this time. Last game, I called that Team SCUMP was gonna win it. This time I said, hey, we're gonna get a couple headshots out of Alexia, and look at that.
That's right. The opposite of a caster's curse. Nostradamus, Claradamus.
Only today, though. Only today.
Yeah, that's right. On board Azuma, Sentinel in hand. Oh my goodness, making light work of that. Almost gets the double. Turns, doesn't even need to. His teammate picks it up instead. So right when Team SCUMP started bringing it back, nice shot from Team Nick to maintain the lead. Tommy, though, gets a kill on Diaz Biffle to keep them at bay. Zuma, still using the Sentinel and getting some long-range damage in.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to smoke his V and try to get out of there and try to not take as much damage as he can. It looks like he is on his own right now, so he wants to wait for his teammates to come back alive, respawn, and group up together.
That's right, look at the wolf packing right now. So strong for Lucky Chamu. The Baka Bros playing as a team. NICKMERCS joins in as well. All the MFAM, or former kind of MFAM community members. Nick with the long-range shot. 70 damage is going to be an initial damage done. Remember, they can't heal, so here's an opportunity to push. Team Nick firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, I will say that Team SCUMP, it seems like they forgot about what they did last game. They're kind of aping one by one, and they're really just giving Team Nick an advantage right here.
Yeah, that's a big 1v right there, though, for Nick. His teammates got taken out, and Nick winning that 1 versus 1 was able to help stabilize, and then he's going to rotate to the respawns of his teammates. That's a huge play right there for Nick. Gets his health back, gets a kill along the way, and tries to keep at bay the opportunity for Team SCUMP to snowball.
Looks like Lucky hit a good shot right there, but now he's trying to make his way back to his teammates. Charging up that Sentinel. I mean, if you can't use your shields, I might as well use them for your gun, right?
That's right. Another thing you predicted, by the way, that this game was going to be a lot slower. You hit the nail on the head. I mean, take a look here.
Yeah, it seems like they figured out the pace of the game, and they're playing it a lot slower than they were in the very beginning. So now it's close. We got 24-20 in favor of Team Nick right now.
That's right. Nick takes that one, goes to the blind fire, not going to get it. Team SCUMP with a swing turn of events, but Diaz with the kill on Tommy. With the double kill on Jowo, Diaz Biffle, none other than him, who keeps Team SCUMP from rolling. Here comes the wide left swing. Diaz Biffle gets a triple kill. He's playing unbelievably well. 1,500 damage for Diaz Biffle.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter that he died right there because he still got those 3 points for his team, which is really huge.
That was massive. Alexia drops the fence, says, try and push me. Pushes wide left, but she's going to get scanned. Called up by the Bloodhound. And then gets taken out right after to the hands of Lucky Chamu. So again, this will be a slow down moment. SCUMP wants this kill. You don't want to chase too hard, though, because he's going to get pushed. That's exactly right. Wise decision from SCUMP not to chase. Tries going wide right, seeing if he can finish the kill, but is not able to do so. So it'll be a stalemate, but this time Team SCUMP has the high ground.
So far right now, I think Team SCUMP is really loving the Spitfire. I think they all dropped their Sentinels, right? I'm not really seeing too many snipers anymore. They're all wanting to play more close range. Maybe they have a different plan.
Yeah, that's a good point. A change of play style for Team SCUMP. They were behind by a few kills. They had to do something different. And nice damage here. Great damage from Tommy. Keeps that Volt in nice and still. Avoids the recoil and gets some initial damage. Mad Maggie, though, is going to take out SCUMP long range. That's going to be Nick, I believe. So no one's able to play off that damage. Tommy just sets a little warning shot with the smoke grenade up. Here comes the push from Tommy with not a lot of health to his name.
Oh, man. Looks like Team Nick popped that Seer ultimate right there, which ultimately just made Tommy a free kill, just knowing that he was going to push right there and swing that.
Yeah, Lexi's going to go down here. A 7-kill lead in favor of Team Nick. Miguel with a double kill on Nick and Diaz Biffle. Slicks has been playing very well. 1,200 damage, 3 kills for Slicks. Again, the community member here showing up on the main stage. That's a good start. Let's go ahead and flip on over, though. Team NICKMERCS down 3 kills right now. Let's jump into a listen-in with Team Nick.
There's 2 on the right. Cracked 1 on the right.
Who's fighting over there?
One
far left, boys. He's pushing you.
Yeah, he's pushing me.
Watson, you backed up.
They're just sitting back there.
Still, one's running.
Dave, can we scoot up on the left?
On me. Pull down on me. Let's time it up. Crack, Nick.
Yeah.
Damn it, bro. I'm missing that much.
Wants a bullet.
Draw me.
Quick, no shield.
Are they around left or what?
I think they're all up on the island, boys. They're all up on the island.
I'm me. No shield with me. Anyway, with me. Tommy, coming.
I think one's here. Yeah, one's deep right.
One shot down here, Lucky.
Yeah. Hold on, right. He's on the bridge, sniper. Yeah, I'm far right. I fell, but I can push this.
Close to me.
Yeah, I hear him.
Dead.
Nice. I'm with you, D.
I scanned him.
Yo, to right. Push you guys weak.
No health.
Okay, I'm going.
It's like in this bridge.
Hey, you backed up. 2 on me.
One's low. One's right here, guys.
I see one low.
In the smoke.
Oh, nice shot.
Wait, Tommy. One shot. Nice.
Tommy, anyone got eyes?
Yeah, I'm here.
My nade.
Oh, God.
This guy's going around right. Yeah,
I see that. Far right, Tommy.
13
Yeah,
flash.
I'm helping you.
I'm flanking him.
Can't see him. Being Hector right behind him.
One's
Easy,
far
one
right.
shot. One shot.
Yeah, he has no help.
Okay, go, bro.
No, two right. They got right on lock
Dead.
with Watson's fences.
I mean, look at this arch. Look at this arch in front of me. This one right here, I'm marking it.
I got a guy on me.
Here.
Biffle, to my left.
You got it.
There you have it
I
for
don't see
listening with Team
anything
NICKMERCS. One thing I got to point out there, Clara, it's actually not Nick, it's not Diaz Biffle, it's Zuma who's playing out of his mind with the Sentinel right now. He's not missing.
Yeah, he is really hitting those shots, which is helping out his team really greatly. And then he's just calling out, okay, I hit one here on this side of the map, and the rest of them just go in and clean it up.
So 2 members down, but Nick is going to hit the long-range headshot. That's huge. They were in a 3v5. That was an opportunity for SCUMP to turn things around, but instead Nick gets the double kill, picks one up on Alexia. Can he get the triple? Long-range Sentinel out. Nick using that Sentinel incredibly effectively. Turns, finds one, R9 in hand, lets his teammate finish. It's going to be Diaz Biffle who gets the kill. NICKMERCS 7 kills away from guaranteeing a win here in Apex Legends. On board with repulls. Again, if you're just tuning in, there's rules per game. The rule in this game is you cannot heal. So that is why you don't see repulls healing up his shields. Miguel, that's a big pick. That's going to be on repulls himself. 5v4 right now in favor of Team SCUMP. They need to take this numbers advantage. This could be it. This could be their last opportunity, but Zuma says, nuh-uh. Shuts down Jowo. Diaz shuts down SCUMP. Team Nick about to make their victory lap here in the Apex Legends competition, 5 kills away.
Yeah, Team Nick only needing 5 more kills. It doesn't look like Team SCUMP's anywhere to be found right now. We found one right there, but looks like they're trying to hold it down a little bit more, not giving them those 3 points.
Yeah, that's right. One thing I will say is Team SCUMP's done a good job just maintaining in this game, not letting Nick snowball too much, but it hasn't been enough. Diaz, the shots, the wide left swing. Oh my goodness, he's playing unbelievably well. 2.7k damage, 15 kills for the young Diaz Biffle. 1 kill away for Team NICKMERCS. Who's gonna get it? And they will win the Apex competition. It might be Diaz Biffle once again. 49-37 is the score. And Zuma's gonna do it in a 1v1 against Raze. Can he get the kill? His teammate comes through to help out, and Zuma does it! Team NICKMERCS are your champions of the Apex Legends competition. It is mathematically impossible for Team SCUMP to bring this back. They will take home the $25,000 prize pool of our 100K total, Clara.
Yeah, Team Nick absolutely showed up and showed out. That's exactly what they came here to do.
4-1 lead, 4-1 overall, and the overall points leader. Keep in mind, we will still play game number 6 because every point matters, and you'll see it on screen right now, 400-100, but then we'll go into UFC 4. If SCUMP clean sweeps or defeats Nick heavily in UFC, well, he can still take home the $50,000 prize pool, so that's why that point total means everything. That's why we're still going to play a game 6. But it is impossible for Team SCUMP to come back now. 400-100. Game 6 will be worth double points, though. It's 200.
What I really love about Team Nick is they have the Baka Bros, so they each bring like a completely different vibe. So we have Biffle, who's the fragger and absolutely just going to be in there and be the silent killer. We have Hector, Repulse, who's going to be the vibes, the big vibes on the team that brings everyone up and hypes them all up. And then we got Lucky, the one that's going to work the hardest, I think. You know, he's sitting there trying his best, and it's really showing.
Yeah, that's right. That's a perfect breakdown of that team. Meanwhile, we had Papa Kolchev, Nick's dad, right here literally live on broadcast saying, I just cashed my bet, which you know what that means. He was using 1v1 me, placed a bet on his son, NICKMERCS, winning this competition. So far, so good for the Apex Legends competition. I was like, what did he say? Did he say cashed my bet? And I was like, oh yeah, 1v1 me. Big shot to 1v1 me, by the way. Y'all can download the 1v1 me app and bet on this as well. Do you think SCUMP can bring it back in UFC? Or will Nick continue to roll here? Make sure to stake your wager in the 1v1me app or go to 1v1me.com for a chance to bet on this. SCUMP right now down quite a bit, but certainly not out.
Yeah, I mean, last game having double points could help them out overall in the long run. I mean, you know, the overall points, there's still 50K on the line for overall points. So really want to get in there and try their best.
Yeah, that's a great point. And the reality is, it's the 50K for the overall point score, but then also 25K for UFC. So if SCUMP can, even though they're getting destroyed right now, I wouldn't say destroyed, but it's been pretty close, but even though they're losing significantly right now in Apex Legends, if SCUMP turns up in UFC, they can still take home 75K, and they take the win overall.
Yeah, absolutely crazy prize pool that we have here today.
That's right. Well, look, it's been a crazy show of events. Let's take a look at the replay, though, from that last game. A much better showing on Habitat for Team SCUMP, but in the end, it wasn't enough. Team Nick was rolling, Clara.
Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about earlier. If you look at Lucky, he is just absolutely locked in, and he's just giving it his all. He doesn't, he really wants to win. And I think that's a really good habit for a team. And then we had Zuma. Zuma hitting crazy headshots with the Sentinel. Alexia right here, too, with a 105.
Yeah, beautiful headshot from Alexia. This is the moment where, again, Alexia, initial kill, but Nick won that 1v1 and kept his team alive. And that was the reality. That was kind of the story of the whole game. Every time Team SCUMP started to gain a little bit of control, Team Nick was able to do just enough to not let them gain total control, and they maintained the lead throughout the entirety. And in the end, they swung, they dominated the late game. It was a 5-6 kill game the entire time, but they won 50-38 because their late game prowess, it was Diaz Biffle with the double triple kill that allowed them to close that one out. Zuma finishing in style with the 1v1. And in the end, Team NICKMERCS takes the win in Apex Legends. I know we got a lot of MFAM here live in the audience. Make some noise for Team NICKMERCS, the winners of the Apex Legends competition. Congratulations to Team Nick. I know the crowd here is going to love that one, Clara.
Yeah, we have Game 6 on the way, which has no restrictions but double points. So Game 6 means a lot here.
That's a good point. Yeah, so the rule set for Game 6, like you said, no restrictions. There's no funky rules. The double points will be huge going into the overall point competition in UFC. Right now, Nick has the lead 400-100. As we take a look at Nick right now on stage, you got his boy Ginge right next to him. All things socials, all things video. Big shout out to Ginge, a.k.a. G. And then on the flip side, you got Scumpy talking shop here going into game number 6. And this is, again, 200 points, double the points. This is a pretty big game 6 for Scump.
Yeah, he does look a little bit defeated here, but honestly, they just need to go into this game as if it's game 1. That's one big thing I always tell everyone. No matter what in comp, you need to play every game like it's the first game and that you could win it all.
I love that. Yeah, hit that mental reset. Short-term memory, forget about the first 5 games. Meanwhile, how do you beat these vibes, though? It's just impossible. Yeah. You said it, repo
very
the vibes.
Serious over here on this side, and we got the vibes over there, really loud team on Team Nick.
Yeah, honestly, that's everything I need to see going into Game 6. If I was a betting man, if I had a chance to pull out 1v1 me right now, I'm looking at Team Nick. They're looking great right now, and you'll see the rules here at Game 6, as we mentioned. Default rules. So what does that mean, Clara? Read us through the rules here.
Default rules, 5 loadouts to choose from. Absolutely no restrictions this game, and winning team will get double points. And we're going to be on the map Phase Runner, so...
Going back to Phase Runner, one thing I'll be interested to see, Claire, on Phase Runner, are they going to play the initials the same way they did last time, which was both teams playing opposite sides of the map? We saw a stalemate, or will Team SCUMP decide to fight Nick over on the Phase side of the map? Do you think they should try and fight them in that 5v5, like try and make a statement and get momentum, or do you think they should slow it down?
I do think they try to take the initial 5v5, but the minute that they lose or win that round, if they do lose it, they need to group together and go play on the other side and not try to ape them one by one.
I completely agree with that. But looks like gameplay is ready to roll. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Las Vegas, make some noise. Our last and final game here in Apex Legends. NICKMERCS versus Scumpy of Optic Gaming. Can SCUMP bring this back here in game number 6 and get the important 200 points that he needs to try and give him a breathing chance in UFC 4? We will be playing EA Sports UFC 4 right after this, but for now, it's game 6. It's our last game of Apex Legends. Clara, lead us into this game.
All right, looks like we have Nick here locked in with the Nemesis. I wish they did a round that the Nemesis was banned.
It's a big first kill right there coming through. Zuma neutralizes. Diaz Biffle goes down early. Look at the flank, though. Zuma's been playing incredibly well. I got to give kudos to Zuma. Last game with the sniper. This game with the double. Tommy gets taken out, but it's going to be Miguel, a.k.a. Slicks, the rookie on stage, who finds a kill on Lucky Chamu.
Yeah, it looks like Team Nick has a better spot here, more high ground, better advantage. So hopeful to see Team SCUMP here regroup and try to play a different side.
That's right, 5-4 right now is the score. So again, you said it. You'd like to see them try and fight them in the 5v5. That's exactly what they did, and they did it to some relative success. Only down by 1 right now. We got a pretty even match. All players will spawn back up. Standoff, 5 versus 5, and here comes the push.
We got Team SCUMP over there on the high ground, but hopefully they'll be able to hold it down.
Yeah, Diaz Biffle, this is a very Uncharacteristic start for him. 3 deaths to his name, no kills. Nick goes down as well. Scump last alive. Oh my gosh. Quite literally living on the edge and between a rock and a hard place as he's going to heal back up. Doesn't get taken out. Look at this. The rest of the team swarms around him, uses him as bait. Alexia gets the double kill, and Team Scump is turning it up.
Yeah, it looks like Team Scump right here is playing very well, and it looks like Jowo and Alexia are playing off of each other. And I really like to see that. I think that if they continue to play this way throughout the rest of the game, they really have a shot.
Completely agreed. This is a big game number 6, like we said. If you're just tuning in, either live in the audience or online, welcome to the MFAM Gauntlet at UFCX. This is Battle of the Champs between NICKMERCS, longtime streamer, pro player across Gears of War, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex Legends, you name it. Meanwhile, Scump, the king, undisputed GOAT of Call of Duty, here live playing on Nick's turf in Apex Legends in a 1-versus-1 showdown on Apex 6 games. Then they'll switch to EA Sports UFC 4 for 5 games in a winner-take-all debut for $100,000 between these two. On board right now with Scump.
Yeah, it looks like Team Scump won that 5v5 over there on that other side of the map. So now they're having to rotate towards Team Nick, and hopefully they can find a good spot to hold together and get some kills.
That's right. Jowo goes down, but a good job by Tommy taking out Nick to neutralize. 4-versus-4 situation until the respawns come in. Alexia been performing very well. 3 kills to her name. Gets the assist right there. It's going to be Miguel who finishes. Here comes the push from Diaz Biffle. And Diaz Biffle going to get taken out, but he actually manages to pick up one as well. Nick long range with the Nemesis putting in damage. Repul's going to get a kill. It's 10-12 right now in favor of Team Scump. Lucky Charm who gets eliminated. And Team Scump with the lead, but just barely.
Yeah, I do love that I saw Alexia on Seer right there. She popped a really good scan, and that way it completely disabled the other team from being able to push because they're just stunned right now.
That's massive. And you're spot on. As things slow down here, talking about the Seer changes, what we saw with the Seer quote-unquote nerfs that actually helped make him pretty strong. What's different about Seer now that they made those changes 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, so we thought Seer was getting a nerf, and of course he comes out, and now as you can see in that Seer ultimate, you don't see a little diamond anymore on the players of your enemies as they're running through the Seer ult. You now just see footsteps. I don't think it really changes too much because it's still really easy to see, but that Seer Q will stun you and you're unable to use any sort of abilities, and it's really hard to shoot your gun at that point.
Yeah, that's a great point. The silence for 10 seconds. Here comes Scump, wide right push. Use the Nemesis. He's finally learning which weapon is the strongest right now in Apex. Just shredded Diaz Biffle. 18-13. Team Scump showing what they're made of, and this is why you can never count the king out. It's Scumpy, the greatest Call of Duty player of all time, and it's showing right now. 18-13. They were down 4-0, and he's bringing it back.
Yeah, from what I can tell, it looks like Scump's making some really good call-outs. I hope we can get a little listen-in soon, because they're absolutely playing incredible right now, just holding it down, playing as a team, and not letting anyone into their bubble.
Yeah, that's a great point. I'm all about that. Listen in with Team Scump. We'll talk to production, see if we can make it happen. But for now, it's Jowo on display with the Nemesis out. Everyone's rocking that Nemesis. You see a gold R99 below him, but he might stick with the RE45. We'll see. Shield Bat's going to be popped. Zuma's going to get the first kill on Tommy. And Team Scump is now going to be left to try and make a decision. No, Diaz Biffle with another one. Team Nick is bringing this back. They got a power play. Miguel finds one, but gets taken out right after. It's a 4v2 in favor of Team NICKMERCS. Here comes the push. Team Nick swarming in on their opponents. And just like that, they pick up 4. Team Nick turning things around.
You know, I'm really surprised that Nick chose to play Maggie instead of Steer.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. He's been rocking Mad Maggie. We know Nick likes himself the shotgun.
Maybe he thought he could be a little bit more aggressive with Maggie instead.
That's right, yeah. Use that Q to force positions. Obviously play really aggressive. You have a shotgun in your hand. Scump now. Not missing with that Nemesis, hitting some good damage. Tommy's going to pick up the kill on Repulse. 20-17 is the score. Diaz Biffle takes out Miguel, a.k.a. the Bum O'Clock, a.k.a. Slicks, who was selected from the audience after winning against the pros yesterday in 1v1s. On board now with Diaz Biffle.
Looks like Diaz is using his RE45 here, trying to connect these shots, but tanking a little bit too much damage. So he's going to have to try to play his life, and unfortunately he goes down right there.
That's right. Nice shot by Team Nick. Tying it up, and now down by just 1, but they were down by 5 or 6 earlier, so Team Nick has had the advantage for the last 45 seconds to a minute or so, bringing this one back. And things will slow down here as they got the clean wipe of the entire team, and now they're closing in. They call the spawns. All 5 members of Team NICKMERCS swarming. Here comes the push. Nick gets the first. That's going to be on Scump. In a 1v1 Battle of the Champs, Nick takes the win, drops his ultimate, the ball's flying. Which, for those that are new to Apex Legends, if that ball hits you, you will get stunned, and that opens up an opportunity to push.
Yeah, when that Maggie ball hits, you're almost just dead. So.
That's right. Kind of like a Bangalore ultimate.
Oh yeah.
What's worse, Maggie ult, Bang ult, same thing?
I would say Bangle. I feel like the stun lasts a little bit longer than the Maggie ball.
Agreed. Zuma picking up a kill on Jowo, 25-23. So just like that, Nick down by 5 or 6, turns it around, takes the lead. Up by 2, on board of Lucky Chamu. He's gonna find himself a nice little stun here. Gets stunned, but able to stay alive. No one's able to push off of that stun. 1,500 damage, 4 kills for Lucky.
Yeah, that's that Bangle stun that I was talking about. It's just so hard to do anything. It's really hard to move, and it's really hard to hit your shots as well. Looks like Zuma's putting in some really good damage right here with the Nemesis. Gonna try to clean up this kill with RE45.
And Zuma alongside Diaz Biffle, the teamwork, the team firing too strong. Good damage going in for Zuma before getting taken out. On board now with NICKMERCS. Nick, 1,200 damage to his name. He's slowed down, calmed down just a little bit, but he's been playing incredibly well for his squad. It's a tied ball game here. As I say that, kill's gonna be picked up for Team Nick. It's gonna be Nick himself, gets the headshot cross map, 28-27. This one is neck and neck.
Yeah, it's a really close one. Do you have any predictions on who's gonna win it?
I think Team Nick, the way that they're playing, the way they've gained momentum the last few minutes, is outplaying Team SCUMP. And I think they'll continue to do that here. I got Nick winning this last game, but we'll see.
Yeah, I might have said that on purpose to get a little caster curse going, but...
Baited. All right, okay. We know where you stand, Clara. I don't know how the audience feels about that one. No, I'm just kidding. I'm with you. I'm not gonna lie though. If I got to pick who wins, I want SCUMP to win because that's gonna make it interesting going into UFC, right? The points are closer. So we'll see if SCUMP can dig deep and win this one. Right now it's a 1-point game. It's anyone's game, Clara.
Yeah, it's really, really close right here. I do see Team SCUMP playing a little bit more passive, which is really great for them. Making sure that Team Nick pushes directly to them and just tanking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Nick is hurt though. So we'll see if SCUMP can play off that damage. Diaz Biffle finally heating up. He started really slow this game, 3 straight deaths, but look at him, 2,000 damage, 8 kills. That's the Diaz Biffle effect. But he's gonna get spotted out. And if I'm Team SCUMP, that's who you want to shut down. You see Bloodhound, you should fly. There you go. He's going to get taken out. That gives an opportunity here. 7 seconds with Diaz Biffle dead. Chance for Team SCUMP to get a lead here.
Looks like we have Jowo here with 2k damage, 7 kills, 8 kills now. And he's looking really good. He's looking really fluent as he moves around.
That's a good point. Yeah, Jowo's been the difference maker, Claire. Like he obviously started streaming, got really big in Apex. Has a lot of experience, repetition on this game, 2.3k damage. He's been the difference maker. I gotta agree with you. And Team SCUMP takes the lead now. So this is almost like a UFC fight, trading of punches, haymaker after haymaker between these two titans. But right now, momentum, the pendulum swinging in SCUMP's favor.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is they can't let the nerves get to them. The minute that they know that they're that close, the nerves are gonna start flying. So they need to stay calm, collected, and just keep doing what they're doing. And it's really, really close, and they could win this one.
What a game 6. I don't think we could have asked for a better game 6. Zuma just getting straight baited by that bamboozle.
He's getting bamboozled by all of them.
Left and right. This guy Zuma's just in a dumpster right now.
He doesn't even want to shoot that one.
And that, oh my God. They just put him in a blender.
Yeah, that was a bamboozle and a half.
That really was. Nice job right there. I think it was Tommy playing Mirage, bamboozling his Call of Duty compadre in Zuma, and then they push and get the kill. 1k damage here for Alexia.
I do love that she's using the wingman right here. That gun, if you're hitting your shots, can do so much damage in such a short amount of time.
Right. And Repul's gonna get spotted out. Nice job. Team SCUMP is playing so well as a team right now, and it's by the heels of Jowo. Once again, he's playing unbelievable. Lucky Chamu with 2.3k. Gonna get the shield bat off. They're down by 3 right now, so this is it. It comes down to these last few minutes here. 36, make it 37-39 is the score. Whoever can win this team fight can win this game.
Oh man, really unfortunate he didn't get that steer Q off right there, but it doesn't matter because Biffle's right there to clean it all up.
Oh, Biffle almost turned on that, but he gets taken out right after. Nick with the double kill on Tommy and Jowo. Nick now needs to stay alive, 40-40. It's a tied ball game here in game number 6.
You know what this map reminds me of, Fallout?
What?
Do you remember last year when Biffle hit the 1v3?
Oh my God, it was this map.
It was this map.
You're right.
Snipe Down had hit the no audio on us, pulled up behind, and Biffle cleaned him up.
Insane.
So this is what it reminds me of, and I think he could do it again.
That's so true, and looks like they are. They'll take the lead 41-42 right now in favor of Team NICKMERCS. And something tells me I know where the crowd is, but crowd, I want to hear it. If you want Team NICKMERCS to win this one, to go big, make some noise in the audience here live from Las Vegas. It all comes down to this, 43-41.
I think this is the closest game we've had so far.
Either this or game one, it's close. Both games were insane, but I gotta agree with you.
It really is just anyone's game right now.
And
I feel like in game one, we kind of had, towards the end, it was okay, there was a clear winner, but this time it's so close, it could be anyone's game.
Yeah, that's right. And I mentioned it, whoever wins this team fight should win this game, and Nick won the team fight. Now they're absolutely swinging 47-41. It looks like they might have a chance to shut this one out. 2 more kills is all they need. That's it. Just 2. On board with Nick. Can it be him to get it? He gets the kill on Tommy, and he's leading the charge at the tip of the spear.
Oh, that Seer Stun's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's huge. And the Seer Stun also slows you now and silences you. But Nick gets the kill anyways on Miguel! NICKMERCS in a 1v1 against Octane, and he gets it! NICKMERCS! Diaz, Biffle, Lucky, Repoles, and Zuma, the champions of Apex Legends in a dominant fashion. They win it.
Let's go. Yeah. Jumper. Huh? Jumper.
And you hear the reactions, you hear the hype. Nick all smiles. And boy, oh boy, I gotta say, it's good to see Nick back on LAN competing again. Like you said, last year he was the coach. He didn't get to play.
Yeah.
Don't you love this format with him actually getting to perform and play on main stage?
Yeah, I always love to get to watch him play Apex, so it's really good to see him play alongside the boys as well. And, you know, those boys are like family to him, so it's really good to see them all smiling, happy, and just taking a deep breath of relief.
Yeah, they're like family indeed. They're more like his children. He birthed their careers in many ways now. Jokes aside, they came from the MFAM Gauntlet. Many people don't know that, but they played as members of MFAM, as community members in the MFAM Gauntlet, competed in one of the many tournaments that Nick has put on for his community to give them a chance to shine, and now they're stars. It's really been a great story. It's really cool seeing them play on main stage.
They've been boys ever since.
That's right. That's a fact. They've been boys on that main stage, that's for sure. They're playing out of their minds. Clara, walk us through the replays here in game number 6 as I head up to stage. Talk me through what you saw.
Here we go. So we had Zuma here hitting some really good Nemesis shots and then was able to clean it up, pulling out that RE45, taking that kill on Tommy. Then we had SCUMP over here hitting really good shots as well with his Nemesis. Alexia dealing a lot of damage even though she was stunned, which is really huge for her team. And we had Biffle over here just absolutely killing everyone. 8 kills right there. Joe going in, moving around, the movement king. And here we go, Slicks over here. His debut on LAN. And last but ultimately, we had NICKMERCS out here cleaning it all up for his team and taking home the W.
That's right, there you have it. Game number 6, Team Nick with the dub. Make some noise for the boy, Nick. I think we got an MFAM fan or 2 out here. They went big in game number 6. Nick, you were just telling me that game felt good. It's so good to see you playing on LAN again. How does it feel?
Oh, that's what it's all about right there, man. We've been doing this shit since we were kids for 20 years now, man. I mean, that right there is the feeling. That's the addiction, and it was so good to bring that one in with the boys.
And the way that you ended it with the Nemesis, you played out of your minds that last game. But talk about your teammates. You mentioned the boys. Who performed the best in your eye? If you had to give MVP to your team, who would it be?
I mean, listen, I was like 2-9 for the half of that game, and I started picking it up. But these guys held my back, man. They were slinging. They were swinging on every fight. MVP on our team? Shit, man. I mean, you know I love Biffle, bro. This guy's a psycho, you know what I mean? But Hector's got the vibes, man. Like, he keeps everybody locked in. It's kind of hard to pick one, man. I don't know.
The whole team played incredibly well. I'm going to go to the rest of the team here, but I want to get one last question for you. Any words for MFAM here live, making it out to Las Vegas? People came from Colorado and Florida. Any words for people here live?
Guys, I appreciate you, man, but the job's not finished. We got to take SCUMP and UFC real quick, man. Let's go. Thank you, guys, man. Thank you.
Things we love to see. Shout out to Nick taking the dub. Diaz, Biffle. The one and only. I'm going to come to you, man. That was the map. I don't know if you remember that you clutched that 1v3 last year. You were locked and loaded last year. You were locked and loaded again. What's it like playing alongside Nick, Repulse, King of Vibes? How are you enjoying it so far?
It's insane, man. Like, the way we just came out and just like dominated. I mean, SCUMP, GG's, bro. But I mean, we just came out on top. I don't even know. Like, it's insane. The vibes were here. Like, we were all clutching up when we needed to. It's crazy, man. It's good games.
Love it, man. And obviously, you are a king across multiple titles. Nick was gassing you up in the pre-interview, saying, doesn't matter the title, doesn't matter the FPS, you're insane. How does Apex Legends compare to the rest, though, man? You having fun on Apex right now?
I am definitely enjoying Apex. I mean, that was definitely fun. Warzone's in shambles right now, okay? So, I mean, that was the most fun I think I've had, like, basically all year. So, it's great to be here.
Amazing, man. You've been killing it, as always. I'm going to bring it to my boy, Lucky. Listen, he gave it to King Vibes, Repulse, MVP. Lucky, I think you were the surprised of you. I don't know if you know, but you were up there in damage alongside these two. You played out of your mind. How did it feel playing alongside your squad? And actually, I want to ask you, how does it feel playing alongside Nick, once a member of MFAM, now a chance to stream yourself courtesy of the MFAM Gauntlets? What's it like having a chance to play with Nick here on main stage?
Oh, man, it's nuts. I mean, 3 years ago, me, Diaz, and Hector, we were trying to get in the MFAM Gauntlet. You know, like, pick me, and now we're playing alongside him in one of the craziest events of the year. So it definitely, like, when you take a step back, you get the chills, man. But it's a blessing, man. Shout out to Nick and the team. It's a good time out here. It's all vibes, bro.
I love it, man. And this guy right here is the king of eyes. Give me some love for Lucky Chom, who makes some noise in the crowd here. Always smiling. Yesterday, playing alongside y'all, against y'all. Speaking of vibes, I got to bring it over to Hector. Nick gave you the MVP. Can we get a round of applause for Repol's MVP himself?
Why me? Why me MVP?
The vibes, man. Listen. Is that how you go into it? You're like, look, my gunny ain't as good as them, but I'm going to be smiling the whole time. Is that like a strategy?
Listen, D and Lucky, I'm better than them, all right? Let's get that straight right now, all right? No, but I'm just kidding. I come in here, I just try to have fun, man. I knew going to Apex, I probably have the least amount of time out of everybody, so I knew if I just communicated well and just played as a team, we'd do okay, so. You know?
That's awesome, brother. And you obviously killed it. You guys did more than okay. 5-1, almost a clean sweep. Congrats on the good start. You set your boy Nick up for success going into UFC. And last but not least, make some noise for Zuma, everybody, with the sniper and sentinel in hands. The Call of Duty boy coming over to Apex, man. It was so much fun watching you with the sentinel on Habitat, the jungle map. You were not missing. Did you have fun playing Apex here?
Oh, yeah, I had a lot of fun. I definitely want to play more when I get back now. And they were helping me out a ton, man. Nicola was helping me a ton. And if they weren't giving me advice, I would have been lost. So shout out to them. Shout out to my team.
Was it the sentinel that just felt right? Felt a little like the COD sniper? What was your favorite weapon you used, would you say?
Probably the sentinel. I just had the most fun and just keep my range and play my distance and just kind of look over the rest of the guys. And, you know, I've been here on stage before, so it's nothing new.
Speaking of that, you've been on stage playing against SCUMP on stage in Call of Duty. This time in Apex, how does it feel to beat that team? Tommy, SCUMP, guys you've been competing against for a very long time.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, they're all incredible players. I know Seth SCUMP very well. We've had a lot of battles over the years, so just to play against them again was a lot of fun. So I hope to do it again sometime, for sure.
Well, congratulations, homie. Much love. Hey, round of applause for the entire squad here. Team NICKMERCS did it up. Unlike last year, by the way, where NICKMERCS was coaching his team, they got clean swept. He had to go big in UFC. This time a different story. 5-1. Nick on land playing Apex felt good, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and take a look, though, at the fight card schedule for the day. 600 to 100. Nick takes the significant lead, setting him up for success, but we still have 5 games of UFC where SCUMP can bring this back. It's going to be a crazy, crazy finish here. I'm interested to see if SCUMP can go huge in UFC, but for now, Team Nick with a significant lead before Nick will fight SCUMP 1v1 in UFC. Clara, I'd love to get your thoughts on that. Going into UFC here, what are the boys thinking?
All right, I'm joined here by Team SCUMP, absolute legends who played out of their minds today. How are you guys feeling? And did you guys have a plan, any sort of IGL, anybody that was leading you guys here today?
We had a little bit of a plan. We're a little under practice in Apex. Alexi was trying to tell us what to do. We're hard-headed though, and I don't think we listened very well to the game plan. Obviously, the scoreboard shows that, reflects that. But great team on the other side of things, and I think we did pretty good. We got progressively better, so that's really all you can ask for.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Throughout each game, I kept telling Fallout, like, this is not the same team as game one. Like, in game one, you guys were, doing your own thing, pushing solo, and then by the end of the tournament, you guys were playing as a team. So, Alexi, I want to know how you felt about that, and what kind of advice were you giving your team?
I mean, I was just trying to take people out of the solo fights. I was like, please, no solo fights. We got to stick together as a group, and I feel like that's definitely what helped us when we were moving forward.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a big difference maker, and I just want to know how you feel, Slicks, playing against and with some legends. Was it nerve-wracking? Did you feel good about it, or how do you feel about how you played today?
I mean, I felt nice. I felt like I didn't feel nervous, nothing. Like I felt calm. Like I felt like I played with these people before. I know these people and stuff like that. But I felt calm.
Yeah. Did you have any nerves beforehand, or was it you just got in the game and you felt good?
I just fell in the game.
Yeah.
I just felt calm.
Yeah, that's amazing. All right, another person I want to talk to is Mr. Joe Woe out here, movement god. One thing I did tell Fallout was you were moving out there. You were moving like you were playing Warzone a little bit.
I mean, it was definitely a good time, but I was just solo challenging that Alexia was like, yo, you idiot, get back here right now. It's like, oh, sorry. But like our first game, we were all solo challenging, but game 6, I feel like we were, we're playing as a team better. So obviously from the start it was a little slow, but towards the end, I feel like our team was doing good, so.
Do you have an all-star for the team? Who do you think was really just showing out for you guys?
Probably our IGL Alexia, because she was going crazy. I got to be honest.
Give me that. I think our all-star here was Miguel. No.
Looks like you guys just really had a good time. And Tommy, how did you feel back on Apex again? You know, I've seen you in a bunch of content creator tournaments before, so did it feel good for you, or?
Nah, yeah, it felt good. Obviously losing sucks, but it was a good time. It was nice meeting Miguel, and it's a good event going on, so it was good fun to play.
Yeah. All right, well, let's take it back to Follow and see what he has to say about all this.
Thank you so much, Claire. Can we make some noise for Claire, by the way? Her first time on the mic, casting, hosting, looking like a natural out there. I'm here with the crowd, live from UFCX. What a show it's been. What a start, Apex Legends. But now, it's time for some 1v1 Nick versus Scump. This is what we've been waiting for. It's UFCX. It's a 1 versus 1. Make some noise in the crowd right now if y'all are excited looking for this one. We got the whole crew out here. We got my boy out in the crowd. We got girl Nicole. What's up, Nicole? Shout out to the entire team. Look, we're going to jump to a very quick break. When we come back, Nick, Scump, 1 versus 1, mano y mano. Going to lock it up on the main stage. We'll be right back with some more UFC action right after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Did you know fans are making thousands of dollars in the matchups today? Wonder how you can win some money too? 1v1me lets you do just that. Download the app or visit 1v1me.com. Put your money on the future champs in esports tournaments, and if they win, you win instantly. And check this out. Use code MFAM with your first stake and you'll get $10 absolutely free. Put in 10 and you're in the game with 20. Fans have been paid out over $9 million from 1v1me. Ready to get your share? Sign up for 1v1me with code MFAM and get paid.
It's time to eat like a pro.
Are you ready for a meal that hustles as hard as you do?
Ready to upgrade your snacking game? Control's new protein cookie is the solution you guys have been waiting for.
Packed with nutrients and the taste you'll love, these cookies will keep you energized for hours.
They're perfect for those long gaming sessions when you need a boost.
Why settle for greasy chips and sugary candy when you can get a protein-packed snack that's perfect for your gaming sessions?
Control's new protein cookies are here, and they're ready to take your game to the next level.
6 games of Apex Legends down, and it's time for EA Sports UFC 4, as you see live on display at the beautiful Aria Resort and Hotel Casino on the Strip. I'm excited for this upcoming matchup between NICKMERCS and SCUMP. 5 games of UFC, 1 versus 1, no more teammates needed. It's time for UFC, but first, this crowd's been nothing short of amazing. Big shout to every single one of y'all. Make some noise one more time if you're having a good time. And look, at the end of the day, we know there's been some great gameplay here. We know you're enjoying yourselves. We want to do something for you. It wouldn't be a Nick event if there wasn't all types of prizes, swag, things to be given out. And guess what? We got some SCUF Gaming Instinct Pro NICKMERCS MFAM Edition controllers. Who wants one? Let me hear it. That's right. Well, look, things are earned, not given in the NICKMERCS community. So y'all got to earn these controllers. We got some surprise contests coming up for y'all. All I got to say is, be courageous, okay? It's gonna be a little wild. We're gonna get a little corny. Let's put our corny hats on. Let's have some fun with it with 3 different contests. Y'all ready for that? Y'all okay with that? I love it. Let's get things started with competition number 1. This one is a flex off. I wanna see y'all who has the best flex, who's got the muscles here in the crowd. We'll be waving the camera out. We're gonna pick 2 finalists. Let me see y'all flex in the crowd here if you want yourself a NICKMERCS controller. Which one of y'all's got it? Who's got the flex? My man right here is rolling up the sleeves. That's called commitment. That's what you like to see. Oh, he's all up. My guy's got his shirt off. I see no muscles, literally no muscles, but the shirt is off, so that is effort, which I appreciate. My boy's like, he's got the skinny strong over here. Oh, he's doing a little bodybuilding competition. Okay, we got some strength over here as well. We got literally shirts off galore. People are going insane. People really want these controllers. This is the father of 2 showing up. My man here is showing up with the sleeveless. All right, brother, with the flex off as well. I see you. I see you. We got a couple shirts off, though. These guys are going a little bit crazy over here on the far left. There it is. I don't know about strength, but hey, at least he's got the pose. Lacking in the strength category. To the left there, he's got the tat and the bicep. That gives him a couple style points at least. All right, we're gonna have our team here pick 2 of y'all. You're gonna come up. We're gonna do a little vote for this one. I'm not sure who's gonna be chosen. We got the teams gonna make their choices here with the flex on. Hey, kudos to y'all for standing up, having some fun with it. We'll final down to 2. We'll do a little crowd vote, and we'll give away some SCUF Gaming Instinct Pro controllers. Let's go to our second challenge, though. Our second challenge. This one's gonna be a little interesting. This is the look-alike competition. So we're gonna show 3 different UFC fighters on screen. If you look like the UFC fighter, you will be a finalist for a controller. Once again, 3 different UFC fighters. Let's get started with fighter number 1. Who's it gonna be? Conor McGregor. Any Conor McGregor lookalikes out? Y'all can do the walk. Y'all can do the walk if you want. Any Conor McGregor lookalikes out here? Who we got? Who we got? I think I see it. I think I see it. You got the walk? He's got the walk. That's my boy, okay? All right, my boy Mike from Nashville. Call that. I'm going to make the executive decision. He wins. No, I'm just kidding. He's a finalist. All right. Let's go to number 2. Let's go to number 2. Who we got number 2? Ronda Rousey. Any Ronda Rousey look like with some blonde hair, light eyes? He's my little boy, 12 years old, stood up and said to me, "Can you stand up again, please?" You got to stand up again. We got one out here in the crowd. Where's that one at? We got one in the crowd right here. Okay, I see that. I see one out here in the crowd. I see one right next to me here on screen. We got a couple options. We got a couple options to choose from. She does look like Ronda Rousey, the low key. All right, let's get her up. Let's get her up to the front. We'll do a little fan vote. This is option number 2. I think I see this as well. Ronda Rousey number 2. Come on up for a little vote. We're gonna do a fan vote here. All right. We got Fortnite Balenciaga. We got Ronda Rousey number 2 to my right here. We're gonna have the crowd vote for this one. This is Ronda number 1. This is Ronda number 2. If y'all think Ronda number 1 deserves the controller, make some noise for Ronda number 1. All right, okay. Ronda 2, they're showing some love to each other, things you like to see. Ronda 2, make some noise for Ronda number 2. Ronda 1. Ronda 2. Hey, both of them did fantastic. Y'all both got it. I think I got to give it to Ronda number 2. She wins the controller. Congratulations, round of applause to both of them here. Ronda 2 wins it. In this one, she'll get a SCUF Gaming Xbox or PlayStation controller. Congratulations. The Instinct Pro. I use it personally. Obviously, Nick uses it. I got a lot of love, man, for that controller. It transformed my gameplay with the paddles. Last but not least, in the look-alike competition, Khabib. Who's got the hair, man? Who has hair? Wait, what? How did that? This guy's actually got the hair. Is that a plant? What is that? All right, my man looks literally nothing like him, but he has a wig, so that is enough effort. He just happened to pull up with a wig to this event. I don't know how. All right, we'll give that one to him potentially. That's gonna be it for the look-alike competition. Let's bring all 3 winners to the main stage. We're gonna do a vote for all 3 winners. So Mike, Ronda Rousey, Connor, and Khabib, come on up to the main stage here to see who's gonna win the controller. One more time. Come back up one more time. All right, we got Khabib with the wig. We got Connor, and we got Ronda. Fan vote to determine who wins the overall controller. She won the battle to get here, the qualifier. This is like an MFAM Gauntlet itself. This is the final deal. This is the finals. All right, we're gonna start off with the wig, the man himself. Khabib, make some noise for Khabib. I think we got a fan favorite, I don't know. He actually naturally looks like Conor McGregor though, I'll say that. If you want Mike doing the walk, the showmanship, make some noise for Conor. Somehow the guy that looks nothing like Khabib but is wearing a wig beat him. Okay. Mike, I'm sorry, step away, my friend, you lost. Get out of here. Get out of here. Khabib stays. Last but not least, we got the queen, Ronda Rousey. Make some noise for Ronda. Khabib. How in the world does this guy win? Somehow, he's a phony. He's a fake. He's a fake. Get it. Try to get the hex. Try to get that. Come on, get that. Khabib. Fake Khabib. Oh, one more time. Ronda Khabib. Fake Khabib. What the actual hell? Fake Khabib wins it! Oh man, y'all are wild. Congratulations to both of y'all. You win the controller in the look-alike competition. Fake Khabib it is. One more time, make some noise for my man, Fake Khabib over here. Hey, there you go. All right, that's competition number 2, but I told y'all there were 3. We got 3 competitions. The third and final competition is gonna be the cringiest. Cringe is in the chat. Get ready, start queuing them up in the chat. All caps, cringe. Dance off. We're gonna have a dance off live. 2 songs will be played. The winner of 2 songs will come up here for a vote, and then we'll decide who wins the last controller. It's gonna be a dance off. Hey, listen, I told y'all to put your corny hats on. Have some fun with it. A dance off. Let's see your best moves. Let's kick it. DJ, spin it. Song number 1. Who we got? Who we got in the crowd? This isn't my competition. Okay, my man right here. He's got the swag. Okay. He's got a little something slight. Oh, look at my boy right here. I don't know what that is. That's called the shake. We're gonna call that the shake. Oh, look at my boy in the middle. Look at my boy in the middle. Look at my boy in the middle though. I'm sorry, UFC lady. You gotta get the boy in the middle. Keep going. Keep going, young king. We're missing the boy in the middle. The boy in the middle needs to be seen, but we got a Bernie. Keep going, my king. They haven't shown you yet on camera. They're going to soon. They got the UFC girl. Can we get the boy in the middle, please? Somebody. We got a little bit of a floss going on. This guy's going insane in the middle though. He's doing the worm. Now he's breakdancing. There it is. He's breakdancing. All right, you got to come on up, my man, my king. He wins it. UFC hat in the middle. Come on up, buddy. Round of applause for the little guy. Give me a high five, buddy. Nice job. He wins that one. 100% confirmed. Locked in. The effort alone was amazing. Shots. What's your name, by the way?
Blake.
Blake, where are you from?
I'm from California.
From Cal. You're out of breath, man. Are you tired?
Yeah.
Blake, you drove here with your dad from California all the way here for Nick or for the UFC event?
Nick.
Wow. That's awesome, man. You love to see it. How old are you, Blake?
8.
8 years old. Give it up for Blake, guys. Round of applause. All right. I told you there's 2 songs, though. Blake's got some competition. Song number 2 is up next. Spin it. Oh, little funky beat. Little funky beat. Okay. Okay. What's up, girl? Oh, she's with it? Okay. 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 Oh, we got a little dance off. Okay, little guy with the dance off in the middle. Can we get them both in here? Keep going, King. Keep going, Prince. Get closer to her. Get closer to her, Blake. Go closer to her so the camera can catch it. Can you dance? Let's see it. What's up, Blake? Okay. Look, this is a 1v1. This is like the UFC fight we're about to see. Oh, whoa. He's going crazy. All right, that's going to be it. She wins this one. Congratulations. Come on up. Both of y'all come on up. Both of y'all come on up. Congratulations to both of you. What's your name, my friend?
Sophia.
Sophia. And then Blake. Well, guess what? Both of them get controllers. Round of applause for the two of them. Holding it down. I respect it. Congratulations. Y'all can go take a seat. We'll give you guys both SCUF Gaming controllers. You're going to get hooked up courtesy of Corsair and SCUF Gaming with the Instinct Pro. What a performance from the young man, Blake. I like the energy. I like the effort. And that's going to do it for our halftime competition. Make some noise for everyone that participated in NICKMERCS here live from UFCX. We appreciate y'all more than you know. Thank you for coming out. What a day it's been. We, of course, have to say a big thank you to our partners for making this all possible, especially Control. They're taking the industry by storm with their assortment of healthier and amazing tasting products. I've tried them myself. They are delicious and healthy. The brand is co-owned by our very own SCUMP and available in 2,000 GNCs nationwide and also at drinkctrl.com. You can try their meal shakes, protein bars, new industry-leading protein cookies. That's right, cookies. And make sure you use code MFAM for a discount. Let us know in chat if you've tried their products and what you think of them. They aren't lying when they say that Control has the best tasting protein products on the market. Make sure you check them out at drinkctrl.com and use code MFAM. Or go to your local GNC retail store. Support the brands that support us by making these events possible, y'all. Go show some love to Control, co-owned by SCUMP. But look, what a day it's been so far. Apex Legends in the books, Dance Off in the books as well, lookalike competition and the like. We have UFC 4 by EA Sports, 1 versus 1. NICKMERCS versus SCUMP for the bread and the $100,000 prize pool about to be live right after this.
It's time to eat like a pro.
Are you ready for a meal that hustles as hard as you do?
Ready to upgrade your snacking game?
Control's new protein cookie is the solution you guys have been waiting for.
Packed with nutrients and the taste you'll love, these cookies will keep you energized for hours.
They're perfect for those long gaming sessions when you need a boost.
Why settle for greasy chips and sugary candy when you can get a protein-packed snack that's perfect for your gaming sessions?
Control's new protein cookies are here, and they're ready to take your game to the next level.
Did you know fans are making thousands of dollars in the matchups today? Wonder how you can win some money too? 1v1me lets you do just that. Download the app or visit 1v1me.com. Put your money on the future champs in esports tournaments, and if they win, you win instantly. And check this out. Use code MFAM with your first stake and you'll get $10 absolutely free. Put in 10 and you're in the game with 20. Fans have been paid out over $9 million from 1v1me. Ready to get your share? Sign up for 1v1me with code MFAM and get paid.
It's time to eat like a pro.
Are you ready for a meal that hustles as hard as you do?
Ready to upgrade your snacking game? Control's new protein cookie is the solution you guys have been waiting for.
Packed with nutrients and the taste you'll love, these cookies will keep you energized for hours.
They're perfect for those long gaming sessions when you need a boost.
Why settle for greasy chips and sugary candy when you can get a protein-packed snack that's perfect for your gaming sessions?
Control's new protein cookies are here, and they're ready to take your game to the next level.
Did you know fans are making thousands of dollars in the matchups today? Wonder how you can win some money too? 1v1me lets you do just that. Download the app or visit 1v1me.com. Put your money on the future champs in esports tournaments, and if they win, you win instantly. And check this out. Use code MFAM with your first stake and you'll get $10 absolutely free. Put in 10 and you're in the game with 20. Fans have been paid out over $9 million from 1v1me. Ready to get your share? Sign up for 1v1me with code MFAM and get paid.
The MFAM Gauntlet presents NICKMERCS versus SCUMP Battle of the Champs live from UFC X is brought to you by Control, the best tasting protein products on the market. Check them out at drinkctrl.com and use code MFAM or at your local GNC. And by 1v1me. Start making money while watching matches. Use 1v1me.com and stake on esports events just like this. Download the app or go to 1v1me.com and use the code MFAM when you sign up for a free $10 stake. And welcome back, everybody, as we take a look at the prize pool leaderboard as it currently stands. NICKMERCS versus SCUMP up 600 to 100. SCUMP was able to sneak away one game, which who knows, maybe that'll make the difference. Each game of UFC 4 worth quite a significant amount in the overall points category. 5 games total will be played mano-a-mano, head-to-head in UFC. And I'm Fallout, joined for the very first time on the broadcast. Excited to be joined alongside none other than Megan Anderson to help me walk through this UFC fight. You probably know a thing or two more about fighting than I do. Megan, for those that don't know you at home, the gaming audience, introduce yourself for us.
Yeah. Welcome, guys. I'm so excited to be here. Megan Anderson fought for the UFC, fought Amanda in my last fight. Very excited to see how this one goes. I mean, UFC game is tough. I have played as my character. I'm like smashing the buttons. Like, this is a game that's tough. It's the stamina, the power. You got to pick the right opponent too. So we'll see how this one goes.
That's exactly right, and it's going to be interesting. They're going to play as the main card fights tonight, and then they'll play as themselves. They actually made custom characters in the game, so you had a chance to do that with an actual character that's in the game. We made some fake characters for them, so it should be interesting. Megan Anderson, though, 11-5, I believe, all-time UFC record, was also featured on the Heroes versus something rather reality TV show in 2018. It's a pleasure to be joined alongside you.
Yes, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, good. It's going to be fun. She's going to help me walk through the action each and every game. We got 5 games of UFC. It'll certainly be interesting. Let's take a look here at the rule set. In game number 1, players will select between the UFC 290 main event, Alexander Volkanovski, Yair Rodriguez. They'll both play one of those characters. We'll see who gets who in that fight and in that matchup. The point leader in Apex Legends gets to pick, so something tells me we'll see Nick on Volk, but we'll see if that's the reality. Game number 2 will be the UFC 290 co-main event between Brandon Moreno and Alexander Pantoja. I'm excited to see who wins that one. Winner of match 1 gets to pick that fighter. And then, of course, games 3 through 5 to wrap it up. They will play as themselves. They're NICKMERCS and SCUMP custom characters. I gotta say, they did a pretty good job making those custom characters. It looks a little bit just like them. But if you got to pick in that first matchup between the main cards, who would you pick? Would you pick Volk?
I mean, as an Australian, I've got to go with my fellow Aussie, with Alexander Volkanovski.
Not the fact that he's the reigning champ and dominant, but actually the Australian pride. I get that.
Oh, 100%. I have fought on cards with him back in Australia before we even thought about coming to the US, so I got to go with my boy, Alex.
Y'all go back? That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's
all the way back. I remember watching him back in 2015 fighting for the Rochambeau featherweight title back in the day. Like, it has been you couldn't be more prouder to be an Australian watching somebody like Volk like come through and have the success he has.
What a great story. I know, yeah, you Aussies are very, very proud, to say the least. You support one another, which you love to see. And yeah, it's been really cool to see his rise to the top. And I actually had no idea you've been watching him and alongside him since the very beginning. That's very, very cool. And obviously we got the two fighters on stage here in game. We got a little tail of the tape. Would be a UFC fight without a tail of the tape. Megan, walk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, UFC tail of the tape, we've got the blue corner with Scump coming in, age 28, standing 6 foot 2 inches tall, weighing in at 190 pounds, with a 7-inch reach. Now fighting out of the red corner, we got NICKMERCS, the one, the only, coming in at 6 foot 3. I don't know if I think that stat is correct, but he's coming in at 200 pounds with a 13-inch reach. Interesting. Let's give it up for the red corner, NICKMERCS, guys.
We got Nick and Scott live on stage. By the way, I don't know if you saw, he was all excited about the 6'3". He didn't even see the reach. You got a 13-inch reach. That's insane, man. Your reach is nuts. Compared to the 7-inch reach here, this is going to be a little bit of a deficit.
Yeah, 7, it's not great. But, hey, 7, you can work with 7.
You can work with 7 feet on the reach overall here. But look, jokes aside, tail of the tape obviously shows Nick with the advantage. I wonder why it's his event. But in his event, took the lead in Apex Legends. Scump, I'm going to start with you this time. You're down. You lost 5-1. You're down by quite a few points here. You feel confident about your UFC game? You've been practicing at all?
Yeah, I feel confident. I mean, I'm going up against this guy, so I'm going to throw a couple jabs, try to keep the stamina bar high. That's goal number 1. And I'm going to try to knock his ass out.
My man was watching some YouTube videos, by the way, clearly.
Yeah, I was watching a tutorial on how to play the game, so we'll see how it goes.
Keep the stamina high. Oh, he's going to knock your ass out, is what he says.
Yeah, there's no shot. There's just no shot. I got my practice reps against Timmy. I mean, I knocked his ass 2 or 3 times. He's doing tutorial videos. I think we're good.
Yeah, the 6-0 sweep versus Tim last year versus the tutorial videos. Advantage Nick, maybe, just maybe. But look, at the end of the day, man, he's been obviously practicing UFC. You dominated in Apex. You slapped Timmy's ass last year. It wasn't even close. Scump is different than Timmy, though. This is a little more competition than Timmy. You got some respect for him coming into this one, right?
True. I mean, listen, Scumpy's Scumpy. At the end of the day, we're going to get out there. We're going to get it done. I mean, listen. I mean, we're playing stand-up fight game. There's no ground and pound. I like my chances.
Chances. All right. Well, look, I want to get you guys' thoughts. Y'all want Nick or Scump? Let's start with Nick. Make some noise. You want to get Nick to win. Here's the thing. We all love a little underdog story. Make some noise for Scumpy. Show some love here, man. MFAM showing love, man. So you love to see it. Scump, I'll give you the final word, man. Any final thoughts going into this one? You got the dub in the bag?
Yeah, I think I got the dub. I just want to thank all y'all for coming out. It's been an absolute blast. MFAM goes crazy. I love Nick. So let's have a good final bout.
I love it. Well, let's take a look at the final matchup card. Let's get into game number 1, boys. Take your seats or your stands, I guess, as we're jumping in to game number 1 here of the UFC fight. It is time for game number 1. And ladies and gentlemen, Las Vegas, make some noise one more time here. We got NICKMERCS versus Scump. A battle for the ages. Game 1, UFC 4. Let's lock it up. As we take a look here at the player cams, Nick, Scump on screen. Stand up, UFC fighting here, and they'll be playing again as the main cards for tonight, and then they'll be playing as themselves, their characters, 5 games. Scump needs to go big, and I'm going to join back in the desk alongside Megan. So Megan, I'm sure you've been watching a little bit on the Apex event. Nick currently has the lead by quite a significant margin. Scump has to go absolutely huge. You played the game a little bit. Any tips you'd give these two in the game, and anything you got?
Pretty good theory. Throw some jabs, keep the stamina high. That stamina gets you every single time in this game. So you've got to be patient, pick your shots. It's got to count when it needs to.
Love it. Stamina, keep the stamina high. The tutorial video is clearly paying off. But no, jokes aside, you played UFC. You've obviously fought in real life here. Actually, hold that thought. We're jumping into gameplay here. Game number 1 is here. Once again, live in the crowd. Make some noise for game 1 in UFC. Let's get hyped. Let's get excited for this one. We got game number 1, Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. Megan, lead us in.
I mean, this one, Yair's got those crazy kicks. He's got that danger factor, the knockout power, but Volk is the king of cardio. So we'll see how this one plays out.
Cardio versus power. The tale of the ages here in any fight, let alone UFC. Volkanovski on the left, that's Nick. He did pick Volk, the Aussie. Meanwhile, Scump playing as Rodriguez on the right. You see the player cams as well. Nick screaming a little bit here and there. So far, pretty even fight with Nick with a slight lead, though.
I mean, Scump's he's got to be careful of those kicks because that stamina is going down pretty fast. But I mean, some mean right hands from SCUMP there from Yair.
That's actually a pretty good advice. So, the more you kick, the more you push you jab and punch, the more you're going to waste that stamina. That's a big part of kind of keeping that stamina up overall. What else you got? Any other tips you got for SCUMP?
I mean, he's just got to be patient. Volk's he's got to use his distance, use that jab, keep him on the outside. But man, some nasty kicks there.
Yeah, nice punch connect from SCUMP right there. Back and forth punches
Big
traded.
right hand from Alex though. Matched by Yair.
You hear Nick react. Matched by Yair indeed. They're going to trade punch for punch. So far, advantage Nick.
Trading hooks there. Beautiful left hand by the champ, Alex.
Oh, no, I gotta stop throwing that kick.
Right, he's put it together. Nick's put it together. He's getting those combos.
And you heard SCUMP react. I got to stop giving that kick because he exposes himself right after. Nick was able to capitalize on the offensive. Nice turn of events right there for Nick overall. As I pretend to act like I know anything about casting UFC.
You're sounding really good.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank God I got the Megan carry here. Someone who knows a thing or two about UFC, longtime fighter in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. I'm bored right now, though, and watching NICKMERCS connect for a few jabs in a row. Good damage put in for Nick, but
watch
SCUMP
though.
counters.
The big power shots by Yair. But I mean, those kicks, look at that stamina.
Oh no! Oh
Because he
no!
lost the stamina, SCUMP falls to the ground. Nick not able to capitalize. SCUMP gets back up.
Big left hand by Alex there.
I'm so bad.
They're trading. I mean, SCUMP's landing.
How do I go to the
He's
body?
put it together.
How do I go to the body? Somebody tell me.
SCUMP's asking for live help. That is not what you want to see if you're rooting for SCUMP here.
Oh, big overhand by SCUMP.
SCUMP connects with the left. Swings, misses. Nick does the same.
Right here, right here.
Oh my God!
Hold that!
A high left kick.
That was beautiful.
And all
Right
Nick can
on
do is
the
hit
money.
reset. Right. Oh my goodness.
Dude, I don't know how Alex didn't go
Am I
down.
doing all right, bro? Am I doing all right?
First round. Who's got the lead right now after that first round in your eyes if you had to pick?
I mean, I would say SCUMP had the biggest shots.
How do I hit the body?
He landed the most damage in that round with
L2?
those body kicks.
Okay.
That head kick at the end. I don't know how Alex kept standing.
I like
Yeah, that's right. You saw him react. Could barely stand.
We got our
Hopefully we'll
corners
see that on
over
the
here.
replay here in just a moment. Nope. Left kick, though, was one for the ages. That single kick probably kept SCUMP in it. Outside of that, it felt like Nick had control, and you see that in stamina right now. Nick with the stamina advantage, at least.
Yeah, and that's the kicks. The bit high risk, high reward. But with those power kicks, the stamina is going to go down. It's not efficient on the energy tank. And big right hand by Alex, and that's that stamina. He's starting to slow, starting to gas. He's got to be open for those big shots by, Nick on the Alex side.
I think I'm blocking.
Kick to the side right there for Nick. Nice connect for two left jabs right after. But SCUMP counters with another one. Hits three in a row. Connects the kick, and Nick is on his back foot here.
Big right hands.
Oh!
He's out!
You gotta be kidding me, bro. You kidding me, bro? One kick.
Nick
Oh,
wipes him out clean.
goodness.
Good night, lights out for SCUMP.
getting
It was a pretty even fight until that moment, Megan.
Good night, Irene. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And that is the stamina
yeah,
is such a huge factor in this game. You got to play your cards right. You got to play them right early on.
And Nick maintained stamina, had the stamina lead throughout, and it was enough to catch SCUMP tripping. Beautiful right kick to the face, knocked him out clean, and perhaps, just perhaps, that's going to be a little preview of what we're going to see tonight.
Well, 100%. I hope so.
Wait, quit.
If you had your way, that's for sure. I'd love to get your take, though. What type of fighter were you back in your day? Did you like to get to the ground and grapple? Were you more of a stand-up fighter?
Absolutely not. I was a stand-up, stand and bang. Let's trade. I had full faith in my power and my stand-up. So I was definitely let's punch each other in the face, but try not to get punched in the face at the same time.
Yeah, that sounds like a good strategy to win right there. On the flip side, for Volk tonight, obviously you've been watching, you've been enjoying his game for a while now. What do you think he needs to do to win this one tonight?
Well, for Alex, I don't see anyone being able to beat him on points. His IQ is some of the best I think in the UFC, his
All time?
Potentially, I think so. His ability to make those in-fight adjustments, and we've seen him over the course of his 3 Max Holloway fights, his fights against Brian Ortega, the Korean Zombie. He's a guy that knows how to put it together in the moments that he needs to. And his ability to make those adjustments, he's going to have to against a guy like Yair. It's all power. It's unpredictable. He's unorthodox. And the type of fighter that could potentially do damage to Volk is a guy like Yair who has that danger factor. So he's going to have to play it very safe. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to grapple a lot, try to close that range and nullify that kicking game.
Interesting. I'm excited for the fight tonight. It's going to be a great one. Of course, Volk playing the long game is what you're saying. I was going to ask you about the slightly controversial second fight against Max Holloway and your thoughts on that, but I have a feeling I know what you're going to say. You're going to back your boy from Australia. I don't blame you one bit. But nonetheless, back to this one. Nick takes game number 1 here against Scump. Let's take a look at the replays. Megan, walk us through it.
I mean, first round, it was all about the kicking game of Scump on Yair Rodriguez's side. I think Nick did a really good job trying to stay controlled, stay patient, really focusing on keeping tight, being defensively sound. But the second round, it was all about that head kick. He came out strong, right on the money, and it was good night, Irene, for Scump.
Right. That's got to feel good for Nick. Starting things strong in game 1. The crowd was reacting. Well, you can't blame them. What a way to finish in game number 1. It looks like Nick, in 2 rounds, took the win by knockout. We'll see what will happen here going into game 2. Talking a little bit about our fighters, the co-main event going into game 2 here. What can we expect from these 2 fighters?
I love this fight. This is actually a rematch. These guys have fought twice before, once on the Ultimate Fighter 24, and the last time I think was back in 2018. And it was actually Brandon Moreno's fight before he got cut from the UFC, came back a year later, and his trajectory to becoming the champion has been so inspiring to watch. The Pantoja man, BJJ black belt, incredibly dangerous. He's got a lot of power. Very interesting one to watch.
Interesting. Moreno versus Pantoja will be the co-main event for tonight. The main event right now on stage. And of course, the winner of fight 1 gets to pick their fighter. I'm interested to see who Nick picks. If you could pick here going to match 2, who would you got?
I'm probably going to go Brandon. I think he's the more well-rounded guy.
There you have it. We'll see if Nick goes to Brandon as well and agrees with you. The well-rounded fighter going into game 2. We got Moreno, Pantoja. Excited to see who will come out on top. UFC. NICKMERCS, Scumpy, game 2. Let's kick it off. It looks like we got Nick actually choosing Pantoja instead. Brandon Moreno in the hands of Scump, so perhaps advantage Scump here in the fighter category. As you said, you would have picked Moreno instead. We'll see who ends up getting the win in game number 2. Keep in mind here, in terms of the overall points category, I believe if Nick wins this game, he will be the overall champ potentially. And I just got confirmation from our producer. That is correct. So this fight could be the overall championship winner. We'll, of course, play out the other fights as well. But this is a big one for Scump.
This is it. This is make or break. But I mean, Pantoja is
No pressure at all.
that big right hand, but the boxing of Moreno, he's got that Mexican boxing. He is very fast on his feet, very fast with his hands. And so if Scump can really piece those combinations together, keep his stamina where it needs to be, he can really start breaking away here in these striking exchanges.
Oh, nice right connects for Scump. Pretty even right now between these two. Scump's getting a hang of things. Oh, connects with the left as well. And that left has been too strong for Scump. Moreno misses the kick right there.
Let's go, my guy, bro.
And you hear Scump react to the mic a little bit. The left again. Nick's got to protect that left a little bit more.
Bust that
Scump's money has been the left punch. Nick connects for one himself. Oh, the kick to the head again. Tries to go lights out for another time here in game 1, but the stamina is still high enough. Scump stays up, maintains control.
Yeah, that left, oh my goodness. I was going to say that left hook of Nick that he's throwing, it seems to be landing every time, but Scump's starting to piece it together, coming back, but he's just got to beware of that left hook and that head kick.
Right. Already a gory start here. Nick cut up quite a bit already. Same with Scump with the face connects that Nick's been able to hit. We got a little bit of live Scump, live Nick, I believe, in my ear. We can hear him a little bit live on audience. Nice connection here. Comes through. Scump's got him on his back foot. Will he be able to capitalize? No, Nick holds on.
Scump seemed to have found how to strike to the body in between fights.
Yeah, it was all kick and all jabs last time, you're right.
He's mixing up the levels now, which I'm loving it.
Right to the side right there for Scump. Nick connects right. Oh, a nice right from Scump as well. Oh, okay, Scump. I don't know if Scump knew that he did that, but he get a little fancy.
Get a little fancy there.
That's what's cool about the game, though. You can throw fakes. You can do all types of things in the game. How realistic would you say the game is to the real thing?
It's actually really realistic. Surprising. Even you know, this is stand up, but the grappling and the wrestling very realistic in this game. Yeah.
Awesome. Very mechanically sound. Nick gets a couple jabs in right there to finish out the round.
I'm coming different now.
And you hear the trash talk come through. Both feel confident
Am I winning?
about their game one performance. I feel like that was pretty even, Megan. I don't know about you.
LBB.
A pretty even start.
I would say it was pretty even, but I think I'm going to give Nick the edge
Not working,
in
man.
that one. I think those left hands, those hooks of Pantoja were just landing way too frequently. He was able to push the pace.
So advantage Nick, or Pantoja, says Megan, going into round 2 in this fight. 3 rounds total, 5 fights total. Oh, Nick almost catches Scump tripping.
Dude.
Oh, big left hand by Scump there.
Yeah, he almost goes for a little jump kick as well, but doesn't know how to do it, I don't think. He knows how to fake it. I don't think he knows how to do it. That's the cool thing about the game. Again, yeah, very mechanically gifted and sound, much like fighting in real life. You got to have great mechanics, and in UFC, as you mentioned earlier, very realistic as well. Nick connects for the right, goes for the quick hook on the left, misses. So does Scump. So good defense coming through from both players.
Yeah, I would say Nick does a really good job that every time he's ending his combinations, his hands are immediately up, looking to block. Scump hasn't really figured that out as well yet, but we're seeing some improvements.
That's right. Oh! Scump with the left of his own, the kick to Nick's side, and they hit another one.
Right
Got
to
Nick
the
on his back
body.
foot. Nick not protecting his stomach. And he grabs him. We might see our first grapple of the day. Okay, Nick.
Fuck with me.
Goodness.
Fuck with me. Yeah, caught. Catch.
Bro, how are you catching
I'm on
me
your
like
shit
that?
now.
He catches him again. Oh man, this is actually comedy.
This is
I was
so
hoping they'd fall to the
ugly.
ground there. You think we'll see a
come
grapple at all here?
I don't think so.
Either. Yeah, me either. Too advanced for these two.
I mean, and this punching each other in the game is just way too much fun.
That's a good point, especially for a gaming event.
Oh,
like this one.
big knee by Nick there, right up the middle.
Oh,
that liver kick is nasty.
Dude.
Scump hits another one. And Nick grabs him again.
It's a grab and
Don't let that
punch.
thing go.
It's
I'm
working.
letting that thing
It's
go.
working.
I'll beat the shit out of you, bro. Oh,
I don't know what I'm doing.
That's actually great.
Yo, stop blocking that, Nick. Let me keep hitting it.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix
That's
it.
right. It's doing the job for Nick. I thought he was going to grab him again. I was hoping for it.
Dude, stop.
Nick wants him to stop with the left kicks.
Oh, big
it's a big
left
one.
hand. Head to the body.
And you can tell Scump's getting a control of things, getting a hang of things.
Oh!
But Nick, as I say that,
Damn,
fights
yeah.
back and hits another left kick to the side, right to the liver. Nick now trying to end this round strong. 35 seconds left in round 2.
Oh! Oh!
15 seconds. An opportunity to put a stamp on it. A bookend here, and it's going to be Scump who bookends it.
I'm gonna freak out, bro.
Another right to Nick.
Finish.
That's it.
Oh,
That's a
my
good finish
God.
for Scump. What would you say? Who had the advantage in that one?
Oh, that was a strong
Dick
finish
kick,
to that
I'm telling
round.
you, man.
I see this one going 1-1
I go to the head?
into the third. I think this third round's really going to determine who's going to win this one.
You like to see in these fights. It all comes down to this last game. You see
I don't know
Nick's
how.
little brother Stevie coaching him up on the side here. Scump doesn't have a coach. I don't know if this is fair. I know last year Stevie was the one that was training him up, getting him ready. He put some time in the UFC. Here we go, round number 3.
Fuck, man.
Scump coming in with some momentum, looking to put the pressure on. Big left hand.
I'm charged.
Oh! Oh Dude, he's mixing it up. He's going to the head. He hurts him. He goes to the body. Then he's back up to the head. And that is it.
Let's go!
Let's go!
And you hear the pop off from Scump on the stage. He says, "Stay down, boy." As Scump stays alive in this competition. If Nick won that game, it would have been it for the overall competition. Instead, Scump ties it up 1-1.
He did what he needed to do. He put it on in the moment, and he pulled out the win to keep him in this tournament.
That's right. And look, Megan, I'm not sure you got a chance to watch last year, but already Scump has done better than Tim has. He won a fight. Tim got clean swept 5-0 last year. Scump takes fight number 2, and these two fighters are looking pretty damn even so far going into fight 3.
Yeah, both of these guys are so even in that first round, and I think it's really who makes that adjustment between round 1 and round 2 is really who's going up into winning this next one.
Yeah, that's right. Who's going to adjust and adapt to the other fighter? Scump, I think, did exactly that going into fight 2. I mean, he adapted really, really well, started learning the game a little bit more.
Figuring out the controls.
That's pretty much it, yeah. I would say it'd be more deep than that, but it wasn't that deep. He's not like countering Nick's play. He's just figuring out how to play the game.
They're just, like most people learning this game for the first time, just spamming the buttons and figuring out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, button mashing is certainly a tactic. I don't know if it's a good tactic, but it's a tactic in any fighting game, even the realistic ones like UFC compared to the other fighting games. But now, what's interesting about going into game 3, we'll probably pop up the format card in a little bit after we show this replay, but they'll be playing as their own fighters. The first things first, Megan, walk us through the replay of what we saw in that fight.
Oh, this fight, it was the hold the kick and punch for the first round for Nick. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, if it's working. And I feel like he put on the pressure. He had landed the more, damaging strikes in that first round. Second round, that end with the knockdowns for Scump really solidified and stole that round for him. But the third round, he seemed to figure it out. He was mixing it up from the head, the body, the kicks, going back up top to the head, and he was able to put Nick away where it needed to happen.
Right. And you heard Nick say, "Stay down," but that was really the theme of the second fight. He got Nick to the ground at least 6-7 times throughout the entirety of the fight. Nick was able to get up the first 5, not necessarily the 6th. There was a knockout in round 3. Great job to Scump winning game number 2. Now keep in mind here, in games 3 through 5, they'll be playing as themselves. And I'm going to ask you, it's probably cool playing as your own character in a game, but we got NICKMERCS and Scump, their own custom fighters. How does it feel playing as yourself in a video game?
It's really weird. Actually, I remember the first time I was like, this is really weird, like playing a career mode with myself, actually like still fighting like in my career. So it's different too because you have all different stats that you don't get to control. Like the game has that all preset for you. So I think that's what's going to be interesting to see how their stats match up in these next couple games.
That's a great point. And Madden, I don't know if you I saw the Tom Brady videos of him joking about himself and having 40 speed or 50 speed or whatever it was. Do you feel like they did a fair job with you, giving you stats, or do you feel like you were gypped in any way?
Oh, I have people message me all the time, just like, you are so massive. Because I mean, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm so much taller than the rest of the girls that are in the bantamweight division that they put me in. They're just like, you are huge, and the power, the reach that you have. I'm like, if only that translated across better in my real life.
They did you pretty fair in the game then. That's
yes.
I love it. That's so cool. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what their stats are here in game. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was talking to Nick on Friday night. You were at the pre-party we had, and he goes, "She can kick my ass. I can 100% admit it. She would kick my ass in a fight." He's not even 6 feet, so he clearly got the height advantage on him too.
Look, I'd give him a strong maybe first round. Second round, it's all me.
He'll start off strong. Maybe I'll be the fight after the fight. We'll get a little Megan versus Nick in the octagon. No, jokes aside, here's game number 3 here, tied 1-1. For those that are just joining us, welcome to the MFAM Gauntlet live from UFCX.
Nick's character looks massive. Are they even in the same weight class?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty accurate in real life. Nick's got a little more muscle than Scump does. I feel like they did Scump pretty nice, though. Scump's got some good toning. He looks taller than he actually is. I think they did him nice.
Oh! That could have been bad.
Yeah, this is where things are getting interesting, Megan. Scump starting strong. Look at the stamina difference between these two. I think Scump is getting the hang of things, and this is why you can never count Scump out. I don't care what the video game is. He's one of the greatest.
He's a competitor at heart.
That's right, he is. He'll find a way. He'll adapt, he'll adjust. That's exactly what he's doing after losing fight 1. A lot of stamina used right there. And that punch from Nick, that didn't connect. Scump does the same with the kick.
Big left hand. I mean, that liver kick seems to be the theme for SCUMP, particularly in that last fight. Now this one, it's seeming to be right on the money, and Nick hasn't really got an answer for it yet.
Yeah, I don't even know if Nick knows how to defend it. He doesn't know the button to defend it necessarily. Because SCUMP hits it every time, it seems like. Oh, nice trade of punches right there. And Nick connects with a nice one as well. Two minutes left in round one. Advantage right now, at least in terms of stamina, SCUMP, but Nick says hold that as he tries to find himself a nice connection. He does.
Oh, big up.
Oh, a nice right
putting
left.
it together.
Right. Combo. That's one of our first combos we've seen as Nick hits him good with a nice right kick. Again, Nick, no answer to the right kick.
Big right hand by Nick, though. Answered with a hook by SCUMP. Big body kick again.
And Nick, good job right there of countering the body kick with a couple jabs to the face. That's exactly what he needs to do, but not if he gets hit that hard.
Well, I mean,
he needs to protect against this.
The overhand's going to be there when SCUMP kicks. You know, that whole side's going to be open, so if Nick can time that, it could be beneficial for him.
That's right. The old Rocky, take the hit, punish him later. And here we go, opportunity. SCUMP was exposed, Nick couldn't connect. Finally hits a right. Nice blocks from Nick. Some good defense and hits a nice hook on the left. Oh!
Wait,
at the buzzer.
That was late.
Is that clean?
That was a late hit.
Yeah, that was clean.
Get him out of here, man.
Come back.
Nick disagrees. Just get him out of here, ref.
Where's Herb Dean when you need him, man?
Oh. That was the left right there from Nick. Thoughts after round one?
Again, so close, and that's the first round with both of these guys. They're so close, and it's just figuring out the adjustments in that next round. So we'll see if that body kick keeps landing for SCUMP, because it seems to be working every single time. Big knee, though.
Oh, that's it. That's the counter from the kick that Nick needs. A lot more aggressive this round for Nick. Some good coaching from his little brother, perhaps. Oh, that's it. Nick, SCUMP was left exposed, misses the kick. Nice dodge from Nick. Same thing. Nick off to a good start this round.
Oh, big right hand there. Going to the body, going to the legs, back up top, seeming to put it together.
Great start to round two for NICKMERCS. Currently up 800 to 300 in points. If you're wondering why Nick has the lead in scoreboard, it's because they played 6 games of Apex Legends before this. Nick won 5-1, but each UFC game is worth 200, I believe. So more at stake here in UFC. The overall points leader at the end will win $50,000 for their team. The winner of Apex 25K, that was Nick. Winner of UFC 25K, will it be SCUMP?
Oh, Nick's putting those combos together. He seems to have found his range, but answered by SCUMP with that left hook there.
Come on, Nick, let's dance.
You know what's hilarious about this matchup compared to last year, Megan, is a lot less talk from our competitors. That's how even it is. Last year it was trash talk the entire time because Nick was just clowning him. This time they're locked in.
There's a lot on the line.
That's right. $50,000 to be precise. Nick with the right kick. SCUMP tries to counter. Unsuccessful. Oh! SCUMP left exposed. Nick can't capitalize. Right.
Knockdown!
Yeah, you motherfucker.
No, I'm running away. Stay back from me.
I got you now, man.
You think so? Ooh. Oh!
Nick's sound effect was a little exaggerated there. That was not necessarily boom-worthy, Nick.
Chill.
Well, he seems to have found the range on SCUMP's kick. Oh, another knockdown. Oh! That's 3 in a row!
And round two has been all Nick all day, and you can tell by the looks on their faces. Nick all smiles. SCUMP goes for another kick. Nick connects with one to the side. Nice jab, connects as well.
Chill, Cam.
Bro, the kicks are slow, though. They're slow. Oh, but they're effective.
Good defense from Nick. Stays up. Scump on the offensive. Nick with the right. Straight to the ground goes Scump. Nick lets him get up.
Oh my God.
Hits a jab.
He's got me right now.
He's
He's got me
finish that
right
one
now.
off. Wardle round 2 for Nick.
Bro, he's got hands.
He put it on.
He's got hands.
He
I
had
can't land
3 or 4 knockdowns. Scump was he was fighting for his life out there.
You saw it right there with the ringer.
Right into the fetal position.
Exactly right.
No, like everything.
Oh my! And you know what's crazy is like that actually is realistic in some of the knockdowns. Like it's so real.
That's
It's
crazy.
so wild.
You've been there before. Quite a few fights in your career. Was it 11-5 on the career? 12-5?
I think 11-5.
11-5? You're like, I remember. I didn't care. I had a good run. All right, round 3. Here we go. NICKMERCS clearly the winner of round 2, and clearly the stamina leader at the top of your screen. You'll see that as well. And I just want to remind everybody, if Nick wins one more game, he wins the overall competition. But we still have the UFC competition. Nick almost grabbed. Sorry, Scump almost grabbed. Nick is like,
Get back up. You better get back up.
Scump stays away.
How is he still going?
And I gotta say, Megan, Scump needs a massive round 3 here if he wants a chance in this fight.
He needs a finish.
Kick him. I'm about to get knocked out.
He's got to take that risk. But you take that risk, you leave yourself open to be knocked out again.
Stay up right now.
And you're right, looking at their sizes, different weight class, did they give Nick the stats advantage or what? Because Nick's character is just bullying Scump right now.
He really is.
Maybe they caught Scump up in stamina, endurance.
I got
Grappling?
no stamina.
He's got no stamina.
I got no stamina.
Oh my God.
Scump, your character's a grappler. Take him to the ground, brother.
I don't know how. I wish I did.
Oh!
I've been on the ground so much.
It's like Rocky Balboa movie, bro. No way. What are you doing?
Scump's like, I want Moreno back, please. Can I have the other character?
Yes, please.
Oh! Right
I can't do
when
anything.
he went for that kick. Big overhead right. Nick's got the timing down.
That's right, he's adapted. He knows that Scump loves that left kick.
Oh!
And the left again for Nick.
He's still getting back up.
The
heart.
He's got
the
heart.
Thank you, bro.
It just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough.
Bro, what the fuck?
Sometimes heart reigns supreme, not in this case. The
No.
strength, the muscle, the knockout. NICKMERCS, round 3. Your victor of game 3. He goes up 2-1. And that's going to be it, by the way. Nick will be the overall points leader of the competition, so the $50,000 prize pool will go to Team NICKMERCS. I know the whole Team MFAM is out here. And his squad that played alongside Apex on top of the world.
They're saying land kicks, but I can't land kicks.
I knocked you down 27 times.
You just blocking.
Huh?
We love to see it.
Yep,
Game 3 win for Nick. What a performance. 2-1 up right now. We got 2 fights to go, though.
Yeah, I mean, this is bragging rights now because they're playing as themselves. I mean, he's up 1 of 3 potentially again as his character. So we'll see if Scump can pull it back and maybe get some bragging rights himself if he can knock Nick out in this next one.
Yeah, that's right. And keep an eye on the scoreboard right here. As mentioned, mathematically impossible for Scump to come back in the overall leaderboards, but there's still the UFC fight at stake, $25,000 to be precise. So if Scump can win these last 2 fights, he'll take home $25,000 for his team. That's a big if after a dominant game right there from NICKMERCS. 3 fights down, 2 to go. What a start for NICKMERCS versus Scump in EA Sports UFC 4. We're going to jump to a very quick break. When we come back, we got some content featuring some UFC fighters. We got Fights 4 and Fights 5 right after this. Don't go anywhere.
It's time to eat like a pro.
Are you ready for a meal that hustles as hard as you do?
Ready to upgrade your snacking game? Control's new protein cookie is the solution you guys have been waiting for.
Packed with nutrients and the taste you'll love, these cookies will keep you energized for hours.
They're perfect for those long gaming sessions when you need a boost.
Why settle for greasy chips and sugary candy when you can get a protein-packed snack that's perfect for your gaming sessions?
Control's new protein cookies are here, and they're ready to take your game to the next level.
Did you know fans are making thousands of dollars in the matchups today? Wonder how you can win some money too? 1v1me lets you do just that. Download the app or visit 1v1me.com. Put your money on the future champs in esports tournaments, and if they win, you win instantly. And check this out. Use code MFAM with your first stake and you'll get $10 absolutely free. Put in 10 and you're in the game with 20. Fans have been paid out over $9 million from 1v1me. Ready to get your share? Sign up for 1v1me with code MFAM and get paid.
The MFAM Gauntlet presents NICKMERCS versus SCUMP Battle of the Champs live from UFCX is brought to you by Corsair. Get better together with the Corsair family of brands using performance gaming gear from Corsair. Elite controllers from SCUMP Gaming. Streaming hardware from Elgato. And gaming PCs from Origin PC. And welcome back, everybody, live to UFCX live shot of SCUMP chillin', getting ready for his last matchup here against NICKMERCS. What a start it's been. Nick currently up 2-1 with the lead. SCUMP maybe watching some tutorials on his phone, who knows? Showing some love to the crowd right now as we're getting ready for what's gonna be actually our last and final game, game 4. If SCUMP wins, takes it. If Nick wins, takes it. 1 game left, that's all it is. But look, for now, as they're getting ready to jump in the game, we actually have a live special interview with 2 UFC fighters. Megan, down at the bleachers with some special guests. Take it away, Megan.
Thanks. I'm here with the beautiful Ashley Yoda and top 10 featherweight Calvin Cater. Guys, UFC Fan Expo, how amazing has it been going around, having these experiences and being able to interact with the fans?
I think mostly like being able to get back now that we're post-COVID and we actually had so many people show out and show so much love. They really let us know that our platform is like important, right? So I'm very excited to be here.
What about you, Ken?
Yeah, happy to be here at the UFC Apex. Never a bad time here, seeing all the fans interacting. Actually had a fan hook me up yesterday with some swag, cartel swag, so shout out to him. And what better place to spend this than Las Vegas?
Well, UFC 290 is why we're all here tonight. Big one in the main and co-main. We've got Alex Volkanovski defending his title in a title unification bout with the interim champion, Yair Rodriguez. Who have you guys got in that one?
I got Mexico co-main and main event, man. Mexico shows
No,
out.
I don't know if I agree with that.
There's this Mexican fighting spirit in the house, and I'm telling you, it's real. I was in San Diego, and the headliners were, I think it was Cheeto at the time. It was one of Cheeto's fights against San Diego, hometown San Diego guy. And I mean, Mexico shows out. I think there's something special about that crowd and that fan base, and I'm excited. So either way, I'm a huge fan of all the guys that are fighting this co-main and main event, but I have Mexico both ways.
Well, I know you've got some interest in that main event being that. That's your division. Who do you see in the main event for this one?
Although I agree with you, I'm going to go with the champ, Alex Volkanovski. I think, he almost won the 55 belt too, coming back down to 45. I think he's got a lot to prove, and I think it's going to be a fun one, though, for the fans.
Well, we haven't seen either of you competing of late. I know you're coming off injuries. When are we going to see you in the cage next?
I'm looking to get back beginning of next year, the latest. I'm actually going to get stem cells tomorrow. Shout out to BioAccelerator. They're going to get me superhuman when I get back, and ready to take on all these guys. Hopefully beginning of next year, the latest, though.
What about you, Ashley?
I'm actually looking to get in the cage as soon as possible. I was like, hey, I'll take a fight tonight if anybody falls out. No, I was kidding. I'll fight a man. No. I came off 2 shoulder surgeries. I've been out the longest I've ever been since I started fighting. I'm really excited to get back in there. I feel like this time off has kind of given me a new perspective and love for what I do. And I have a whole new arsenal of toys I want to show people. So
Absolutely love it. Well, while we're here, I need to get your guys' opinion on this one, SCUMP versus NICKMERCS. This is it. This is the game that's going to, it's bragging rights. Who do you guys see taking it, Nick or SCUMP?
I want the winner. I don't want the title fight winner tonight. I want the winner of this fight, man. I see SCUMP's was not doing so well last couple of rounds, man. I think he got dropped, about 10 times, and they called the fight. But hey, I like a good underdog story, man. Go out and get it.
What about you, Ashley?
I don't mind. I'll take either one for $100,000. I'll bum bash the shit out of there. I really don't know. I'm really excited to see you. It's actually pretty accurate how they're like,
really?
And the commentating is so amazing. You guys are doing great over there. It was great. So I'm excited to see whoever wins.
Well, thank you both for coming to hang with me. Fallout, back to you.
Thank you so much, Megan. Let's jump into the replays from game number 3 as we get ready for our 4th and final game. It was all NICKMERCS all day as he was able to completely control the pace of the fight, connected for some insane jabs, a couple leg punches, leg hits as well, and then ultimately was able to get the knockout. Nick with complete control, and there it is, the moment. Somehow SCUMP kept getting up though. I don't know how he managed to maintain, but Nick, you see the stamina difference on your screen. Finally, lights out. NICKMERCS gets the win in Game 3, and that sets us up perfectly for Game number 4, which I just got word will be the last and final game. The winner of this one will take it all. If SCUMP is able to win this one, he'll make $25,000 by taking the UFC competition for his team. If Nick takes it, he'll clean sweep $100,000 for his squad after winning the Apex Legends competition, the overall points competition. It all comes down to this last and final fight, as I'm joined once again by Megan. We got Adrian here as well. Mikeless, we'll get you a mic here. I can do a little interview style. Megan back on the desk as well. Adrian, thanks so much for joining us, man. Obviously, everyone that follows UFC knows who you are, but for those that don't know you at home, give us a quick introduction.
Yeah, UFC fighter, bantamweight. Yeah, man, I'm here. I was here last year for the MFAM Gauntlet, man. It's cool. I love the energy, man. Yeah, I'm watching. This is way more competitive than last year, so I'm really excited just to be watching it live now.
He forgot to mention he was the coach for Tim the Tatman last year, who got clean swept. What was that experience like?
Man, that was as being Tim's coach and then getting swept like that definitely was like hurt my heart, because I was like, man, I felt like I lost it for him. It hurt.
Extreme ownership. You take ownership, which I respect. But you told me a little story behind the scenes of something, a different story that was in the warm-ups. Tell me about that story. What happened in warm-ups?
Yeah, so...
Oh, mic's not on yet. Oh, come on in a second. We'll turn that on in a moment. But I'll hold my mic again. Tell me a story about warm-ups.
Yeah, man, so in the warm-ups the day before, man, Nick was just getting murdered. And I was like, I walked in so confident. The next day, I was like, oh, man, I think Tim went 7-0 that practice run. So we were just confident, high energy. We're just like, oh, yeah, we're going to walk through Nick. Oh, yeah, Nick had us running with our tail between our legs, man. It was just bad.
Too funny, man. So you're saying is Nick hustled the absolute hell out of Tim, let him win in warm-ups, gave him some false hope. Perhaps that's a viable strategy. I don't know.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. You ever have that experience though? You ever like in sparring, you're getting beat up, things aren't going well, going into a fight. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, what does it take to prepare for a fight? Obviously, it's a little different in UFC, but what's the preparation like in real life? I guess Adrian, we'll start with you.
Man, honestly, it definitely, definitely feel disheartened. You're like, man, nah, I've sparred this guy 100 times and I've done beat him up like too many times. Now, then there's the day you get your butt handed to you, and it's just like, damn. Like, after all the times I hit you with the jab, hit you with the cross, took you down, beat you up, I smashed, brother. And next thing you know, you're the one getting smashed on. I was like, so definitely gut-wrenching. Got to go back to the drawing board.
That's right. And speaking of drawing board, Scump's got to do exactly that, because guess what? It's time for the very last time. MFAM UFCX, make some noise as we go into game number 4. Our last and final game, winner takes all. And guess what? We got the pros here. I'm going to step away, let y'all do your thing. Take it away in commentary. Megan, Adrian, all you.
Ooh, nice up elbow. Nice. Nice landing shots.
Big right hand by Nick there. Scump with those body kicks. That's been a really, really strong strike for him throughout tonight. Big right hand by Nick. Scump's got to watch that overhand though. Ooh. Nick seems to got the timing down on that. He's got to be careful.
Man, Nick is controlling the cage very well, having Scump on the back foot, closed off against the fence. Can't really do much on that.
Off.
Yeah. Ooh, nice spinning back fist.
I didn't even know he knew how to do that.
Ooh, nice overhand.
Oh my goodness. He's right on the money. He's got the timing on that thing down, and it's like a hammer. It definitely does not look like these guys should be in the cage together. That Scump's character looks half the size of Nick.
Oh, no, they're definitely a couple weight classes apart, 100%. The power difference is definitely evident. I like the strategy, Nick. I like the strategy. Throwing the jabs, then putting up combinations.
No, Scump trying to come back. But Nick's just opening up with those hooks.
Give me that leg.
Oh, big right hand again there for Nick.
Ooh, another spinning back fist. Oh my goodness.
Spamming, spinning back fist now. Love it. I mean, that hook is just money every single time. Scump just does not have an answer for it.
Man, it's those jabs, man. It's those jabs that are working for him.
Going for that leg.
Ooh, nice. Both connected on the hooks.
Scump's character just doesn't seem to have the power to do a lot of damage with those strikes.
Great.
To the first. I would say that was pretty much in favor of Nick for that round. Talk us through it, Adrian.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Nick landed the harder shots. Scump was trying to get something going, but Nick just kept throwing the jabs, kept making the guard break, throwing overhands, landing really good shots. Those spinning back fists were landing too, so hurting him a lot.
I mean, I feel like some of those big right hands, I'm surprised Scump's was stayed standing. I mean, both stamina and health pretty high coming into this second round. What do you want to see Scump doing? To be able to adjust and come back.
I need to see more jabs out of him. I need to see him throwing combinations. You know, every time he throws a low kick, Nick is just countering off of it. You know.
Stop that forward pressure.
Yes, 100%. Ooh, nice left foot
left
by
hand
Nick.
there. Nick looking to finish it. Oh, clean 1-1-2 there.
Oh my goodness.
How did he get back up?
Clear the cobwebs, man. Clear the cobwebs. You know, just like in a real fight, man, the jab is essential, and Nick is doing a great job of using the jab.
Basics win fights.
100%.
Jab is the fundamental strike for everyone.
Ooh, nice straight right by Scump. Ooh, nice upward
up elbow.
Yeah.
Damn, that was nice. Going to the body.
Ooh. Man. You know what I'd appreciate a lot more? Going to the body with the hands. Going to the body with the hands. I feel like that would be essential for these guys.
Yes. Scump did have some issues figuring that out early on, so we're still figuring out punching to the body, but the kicks, that liver kick has been money for him today. Oh, big left hand. Was that the fourth knockdown of this round? Fifth knockdown of this round so far? Nick's just putting it together now. The combos, the timing, the range. Scump trying to come back though, clean. No hook there.
Ooh, against number 6, right? Is that number 6?
Still coming up.
I just want to start giving words of encouragement to Scump. I believe in you, man. I believe in you. You can do it.
I really am.
With a little engine that could.
Yes.
Oh shit.
We got 25 seconds left here in the second round of Game 4. Nick putting it on with the knockdown, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for our winner, NICKMERCS.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Thank y'all. GG. That's right.
We appreciate you guys being here, man. Thank you. It means a lot. This is lit. Round 2.
Go ahead. It's yours, man. Is this your moment right here?
My moment?
Your big moment? This is you right here.
And what a fight it was. Congratulations again to NICKMERCS. Make some noise for winning game number 4 in UFC. A massive, massive performance from them. He did it in style. Take a look at the fight card here. 1,200 to 300 is the total score. Nick takes the win in Apex Legends, takes the win in UFC, and Nick continues his reign, continues to dominate as the champion of UFC Battle of the Champs. And again, congratulations to NICKMERCS!
Yeah! GG's, baby. GG's. Strap me in. Thanks, bro.
The belt around the waist and hoisted. Nick stays perfect. 2-0 all time. He took down Tim. He took down the King SCUMP. And Nick stays great as well, taking on the $100,000 in prize pool for his team. And I'm going to go ahead and jump on stage. And first things first, I got to congratulate my boy on the dub. Massive win. He says, massive win on the day, man. Look, you did it not just for yourself, you did it for the team. How does it feel to take down $100,000 for the squad here? Let's walk up here.
It feels great. I'm getting pretty good at this MMA game, man. It was fun. The Apex portion was great. Big shout out to my teammates, man. Baka Bros, like I said, we met in a gauntlet, so to have a gauntlet in person and include them just feels right. To have all you guys here also feels right. We had a lot of fun, including the crowd, trying to give somebody a chance to compete up here. We want to kind of build on that. So hopefully we can run it back again and get a little bit crazier with the ideas, you know?
Love to see it, man. And against the King this time around. That's not Tim the Tap Man. You did it against SCUMP. What words you got for SCUMP here?
Well, listen, man. I mean, if we were playing a little bit of Call of Booty, it might have been a different story. But we had to tag him up in that Apex real quick. You know what I mean? But GG's to him, man. All the love in the world for coming out and supporting this and being a part of our event. He did a great job. Your boy's just twisted, man.
Right. It's a fact. Cross game, multi-genre, doesn't even matter. MMA, shooters, you name it. We got to bring SCUMP back to the stage here. Get a little thoughts from him. Make some noise for SCUMP, y'all. Y'all show love to everybody. A lot of love shown from the MFAM team, man. I thought maybe we'd get some boos. Not a single boo today. How's the MFAM crowd been so far, man?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been an awesome event, win or lose. I mean, it's been so much fun having you guys here, getting to meet some of y'all. Thank you for coming out, and hopefully Nick brings me back for another one.
It'd be awesome to have you back, man. You guys want to see SCUMP back or what? He said if it was Call of Duty, it would have been a little different. Would he have won a game in Call of Duty?
Yeah, he might have won a game. Maybe. Depending on factors, could have won a game.
Fair the team. There's multiple things involved. Obviously, Apex, you went to UFC. You won a game in UFC. What was it like playing UFC live here? Did you enjoy the game?
Yeah, it was fun. I haven't really played it much, and it was a steep learning curve. There's a lot of button combos you got to learn up there. People were telling me to do a spinning back fist, and I'm like, let's start with a jab first. I didn't know what was going on.
That's right, man. Hey, you put it down, though. That left kick was nice. You hit in the side there. He finally ended up countering a little bit. Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, man, big congratulations to both of you. Feel free to dap it up again one more time, Nick and SCUMP. Congratulations to these two. What a day that it was. And to every single person that came out live, make some noise right now. UFCX, y'all turned up in such a big way. This was the second annual MFAM Gauntlet live. Nick, you got any final words for everybody here?
Yeah, let me get some love out there for my boy right here, man. He did a lot of work out here. Let me get some love back there for everybody that played. My boy Justin put this whole thing together, the Kinetic Crew, and last but not least, the UFC, man. Thank you guys. Let's have some good fights tonight and get it fucking done.
Let's go. Make some noise one more time, everybody. And thank you so much to everyone, MFAM, that turned up live from UFCX. What a day it was. We had Apex Legends. We had UFC, Nick versus SCUMP, 1v1, and in the end, $100,000. Of course, a massive thank you as well to my co-commentators, Clara at work, Megan Anderson, Adrian Yanez. On behalf of all of us, the E-Stars production crew, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time for the MFAM Gauntlet.